Ever wonder why a simple red can or a pair of blue jeans feels so deeply ingrained in the American experience? It's not just marketing. For decades, brands like Coca-Cola and Levi's have been crafting peaceful, aspirational stories that resonated far beyond their products, quietly building a shared national identity. Join us as we uncover the surprising power of commercial legacies in shaping a nation. Welcome to History for Deep Sleep, where we gently unravel the threads of the past to help you unwind and drift into peaceful rest. Tonight, we explore how American brands shaped a nation through peaceful narratives of iconic legacies, weaving themselves into the fabric of everyday life and national identity without fanfare or force. Imagine yourself settling back, letting the soft cadence of these stories carry you through time, as we trace the subtle ways commercial innovations became symbols of aspiration and unity. This journey begins with the unexpected architects of America's spirit, showing how ordinary products quietly built a collective sense of belonging. As you relax, allow your mind to wander through these calm reflections, knowing that history here is a soothing companion, not a rush of events. In the vast tapestry of American history, brands emerged as quiet builders of national identity, often more influential than the grand speeches of politicians or the decrees of lawmakers. These everyday items, from beverages to clothing, carried stories that resonated with the hopes and routines of ordinary people, fostering a shared sense of what it meant to be American. Consider how a simple bottle of soda or a pair of jeans could evoke feelings of freedom and optimism, embedding themselves in family gatherings, road trips, and daily moments without any overt agenda. Politicians might have crafted policies and orders, but brands created emotional landscapes where values like innovation and resilience were sold alongside goods in corner stores and advertisements. Over time, this subtle architecture shaped not just consumer habits, but the very way generations viewed their country's promise, turning commerce into a gentle force of unity. Brands often transcended their physical forms, becoming vessels for deeper cultural narratives that mirrored the nation's evolving dreams. A logo on a shirt or a jingle on the radio wasn't merely a sales pitch. It was an invitation to partake in a larger story of progress and possibility. Through consistent messaging and widespread availability, these icons reinforced ideals such as equality and enjoyment, or the pursuit of happiness through small indulgences. Historians note that while political movements rallied crowds, brands quietly integrated into personal lives, making abstract concepts like the American dream feel tangible and accessible. In this way, they acted as unassuming diplomats, spreading a peaceful vision of America that crossed social divides and geographic boundaries. The values embedded in these brands often drew from the country's foundational myths, like the pioneer spirit or the melting pot, repackaging them for modern consumption. For instance, a product's packaging might evoke the wide-open plains or bustling cities, reminding users of the land's vast opportunities in every use. This wasn't about coercion, but about resonance, where people saw their own aspirations reflected back in shiny wrappers or durable fabrics. As society changed, brands adapted, ensuring their stories remained relevant, much like how folklore evolves across generations. Ultimately, this interplay between commerce and culture created a national identity that felt organic, built from the ground up through peaceful, everyday exchanges. Dreams sold alongside products weren't lofty illusions, but grounded in the realities of American life, offering a sense of attainable betterment. An advertisement might depict a family enjoying a meal together, subtly promoting not just the food, but the ideal of togetherness in a fast-paced world. These narratives encourage consumers to envision brighter futures, where innovation solved problems and hard work led to rewards, all without the drama of revolution. Brands became storytellers, crafting tales that aligned with personal ambitions, making the act of buying feel like investing in one's own narrative. In retrospect, this peaceful integration helped solidify a collective memory, where icons stood as milestones in the nation's quiet evolution. The unexpected role of brands as architects highlights how influence can come from the most unassuming sources, shaping society through familiarity rather than authority. Unlike the bold strokes of political history, this was a gradual layering, where repetition in media and marketplaces built lasting impressions. People might not have realized it at the time, but each purchase reinforced a shared ethos, turning individual choices into communal bonds. This phenomenon underscores the power of subtlety in history, where change happens not in battles, but in the rhythm of daily routines. As we delve deeper, imagine how these quiet forces continue to echo in our lives today, a testament to their enduring legacy. Beyond mere commodities, brands unpacked layers of stories that enriched the American experience, blending utility with emotional depth. A soft drink, for example, wasn't just refreshment. It carried tales of summertime picnics and wartime comforts, evoking nostalgia with every sip. Values like joy and community were woven into marketing, making products feel like old friends rather than transactions. Dreams of adventure or success were subtly promised, aligning with the nation's optimistic outlook and encouraging a positive worldview. In this manner, brands became cultural anchors, providing continuity amid change and fostering a sense of belonging through shared symbols. Unpacking these elements reveals how brands functioned as mirrors, reflecting societal shifts while gently guiding them. During economic booms, they emphasized abundance. In tougher times, resilience and simplicity took center stage. The stories told were inclusive, often portraying diverse faces enjoying the same benefits, promoting unity without preaching. This narrative strategy ensured longevity as brands evolved with public sentiments rather than against them. Overall, the depth beyond products created a rich historical undercurrent where commerce and culture danced in harmonious steps. The aspirations sold were peaceful invitations to imagine more without the pressure of radical transformation. A pair of shoes might symbolize stepping forward in life, embodying empowerment in a subtle, encouraging way. These dreams were rooted in real possibilities, drawing from inventions that democratized access to quality and convenience. Brands thus became enablers, quietly supporting personal growth and national pride through their offerings. Their influence lingered in memories, shaping how generations recounted their own histories intertwined with these icons. Stories of innovation often highlighted human ingenuity, presenting brands as extensions of creative minds solving everyday needs. Values such as perseverance were illustrated through founder tales, inspiring without overwhelming the listener. Dreams unfolded in advertisements that painted idyllic yet achievable scenes, blending fantasy with feasibility. This approach made brands relatable, turning them into companions on life's journey rather than distant ideals. In essence, they unpacked a nation's soul, one product at a time, in a calm and enduring fashion. The peaceful unpacking of these elements fostered a deeper appreciation for how commerce humanizes history. Without fanfare, brands integrated into traditions, from holiday rituals to casual outings, enriching cultural fabric. Their stories provided comfort, reminding people of shared experiences across divides. Aspirations became collective, where individual purchases contributed to a larger narrative of progress. This subtle dynamic continues to influence, a gentle reminder of history's interconnected layers. A peaceful revolution unfolded through brands, subtly reshaping collective memory without the upheaval of traditional change. Instead of marches or manifestos, it was billboards and store shelves that carried the message of aspiration. Collective memory formed around iconic moments, like shared commercials during family TV time, embedding brands in personal histories. Aspirations shifted toward consumerism as empowerment, where owning certain items signified achievement in a democratic way. This revolution was quiet, allowing society to evolve at its own pace, guided by familiar symbols. Exploring this revolution reveals how brands acted as custodians of memory, preserving eras through their enduring presence. Old advertisements evoke bygone times, stirring gentle nostalgia without sorrow. The shaping of aspirations happened organically as people adopted brand values into their worldviews. Collective identity strengthened, with icons serving as common ground in diverse populations. In this light, the peaceful nature of the change underscores history's softer sides. The subtlety of this influence meant it permeated deeply, often unnoticed until reflected upon. Memory lanes were paved with product placements in movies and songs, reinforcing cultural touchpoints. Aspirations were elevated, encouraging innovation in personal lives, mirroring brand stories. Brands became threads in the national quilt, patching together varied experiences into unity. Their role in this revolution highlights the power of persistence over proclamation. Collective memory benefited from brands' consistency, offering stable reference points amid societal fluxes. Aspirations aligned with American ideals, promoting self-reliance and optimism through subtle cues. The exploration shows how this shaping was inclusive, reaching across classes and regions. Peaceful in execution, it built lasting legacies that endure in modern consciousness. This gentle revolution invites reflection on how everyday elements craft grand narratives. Beyond the mere utility of products, iconic American brands unfolded rich stories that captured the essence of a nation's evolving spirit, embedding themselves in the cultural consciousness through subtle narratives. These tales often began with humble origins, like a pharmacist mixing a syrup in a backyard, which grew into symbols of refreshment and joy shared across generations. Values such as perseverance and ingenuity were not preached, but demonstrated through the brand's journey, inspiring consumers to see parallels in their own lives. Dreams of unity and happiness were packaged neatly, making abstract ideals feel personal and attainable in everyday moments. In this unpacking, brands revealed themselves as more than sellers. They were chroniclers of American optimism, quietly influencing how people perceived their world. The stories sold alongside goods were crafted with care, drawing from real historical events to add authenticity and depth without overwhelming the audience. For instance, wartime ads might highlight a product's role in bringing comfort to soldiers, fostering a sense of national pride in simple acts of consumption. Values like community and resilience shone through, as brands positioned themselves as reliable companions during times of change. Dreams extended beyond the individual, promoting a collective vision where progress was inclusive and steady. This narrative layer transformed shopping into storytelling, where each item carried a piece of the American mosaic. Unpacking these elements showed how brands used symbolism to convey deeper meanings, turning logos into emblems of identity that resonated on a personal level. A curved bottle or a stitched label evoked memories of family road trips or frontier adventures, blending nostalgia with forward-looking aspirations. The values promoted were timeless, such as freedom and innovation, adapted to fit contemporary contexts without force. Dreams were subtle invitations to imagine better tomorrows, grounded in the product's practical benefits. Overall, this beyond products approach created lasting emotional bonds, making brands integral to the fabric of daily reflections. Stories of origin often highlighted human elements, like inventors tinkering in garages, mirroring the American ethos of self-made success. Values were woven in through consistent messaging, reinforcing ideas of equality in access to quality goods. Dreams sold were aspirational yet realistic, encouraging personal growth without the drama of upheaval. Brands thus became vessels for cultural transmission, passing down narratives from one era to the next. In unpacking them, we see how they quietly shaped societal norms, one purchase at a time. The dreams accompanying these goods were visions of possibility, painted in soft strokes that aligned with the nation's hopeful outlook. Advertisements depicted serene scenes of achievement, where owning a product symbolized stepping into a brighter phase of life. Values like creativity and endurance were subtly endorsed, influencing consumer choices and broader attitudes. Stories unfolded gradually, building loyalty through familiarity rather than spectacle. This layered selling enriched the American experience, turning commerce into a gentle art form. As we delve into these unpacked layers, imagine the quiet resonance they still hold, bridging past and present in our shared history. Beyond the tangible item, brands masterfully bundled intangible treasures, like the promise of belonging in a vast country. Stories drew from diverse American experiences, from urban hustle to rural tranquility, creating inclusive narratives that appealed to all. Values such as authenticity and adventure were highlighted, making products feel like extensions of one's identity. Dreams were sold as everyday luxuries, affordable escapes into worlds of potential. In this way, unpacking revealed brands as architects of emotional landscapes, fostering connections that endured beyond trends. The narrative depth went further, incorporating historical milestones to lend credibility and warmth to the brand's image. For example, a company's survival through economic downturns became a tale of national grit, paralleling the people's own stories. Values promoted unity and diversity, subtly encouraging social harmony through shared consumption. Dreams evolved with society, adapting to new aspirations while retaining core essences. This strategic unpacking ensured brands remained relevant, weaving themselves deeper into cultural memory. Unpacking the values showed a commitment to positive ideals, like environmental stewardship in later eras, reflecting shifting national priorities. Stories often featured real people, humanizing the brand and making dreams feel achievable. The sold aspirations were peaceful calls to action, inspiring without pressure. Brands thus served as cultural mirrors, reflecting and gently guiding societal evolution. Their influence, unpacked, highlights the subtle power of narrative in shaping identities. Dreams intertwined with products offered visions of empowerment, where a simple purchase could signify personal triumph. Values were demonstrated through philanthropy or innovation, building trust over time. Stories provided continuity, linking generations through familiar icons. This beyond products realm created a sense of shared journey, where Americans found common ground. In reflection, it underscores how commerce can nurture dreams in the quietest ways. The unpacking process illuminated how brands balanced commerce with conscience, embedding ethical values amid their offerings. Stories of community impact added layers, showing products as contributors to societal good. Dreams were inclusive, inviting all to partake in the American promise. Values like innovation drove narratives forward, adapting to technological advances. Ultimately, this depth transformed brands into enduring companions in the nation's story. Stories sold were not mere fantasies, but rooted in the rhythms of American life, capturing moments of joy and resilience. Values emphasized hard work and reward, aligning with cultural archetypes of success. Dreams encouraged exploration, whether through travel-inspired ads or tech-forward visions. Brands unpacked these elements to build loyalty, creating emotional investments. This approach made products indispensable, quietly integral to personal narratives. Unpacking further revealed adaptive storytelling, where brands responded to cultural shifts with grace. Values like sustainability emerged in response to public awareness, weaving new threads into old fabrics. Dreams sold evolved from material wealth to experiential richness, reflecting maturing aspirations. The narrative strategy ensured relevance, fostering long-term cultural impact. In essence, brands became stewards of dreams, guiding them gently through time. The values unpacked often promoted harmony, portraying products as bridges between people. Stories highlighted shared experiences, from holidays to daily routines, strengthening communal bonds. Dreams were subtle motivators, sparking imagination without overwhelm. This layered selling enriched historical context, showing commerce as a positive force. Their unpacked essence continues to influence a calm undercurrent in modern life. A peaceful revolution took root in the American landscape through the subtle influence of brands, transforming collective memory without the clamor of political upheavals or social movements. Instead of rallies or reforms, it was the steady presence of advertisements and products that reshaped how people recalled their shared past, embedding icons into holidays, milestones, and ordinary days. This change unfolded gradually as brands like familiar companions whispered stories of progress and unity, fostering a sense of continuity amid rapid societal shifts. Aspirations were gently elevated, with marketing portraying everyday items as gateways to personal fulfillment and national pride. In exploring this, we see how such quiet forces created a lasting imprint, where memory and desire intertwined in the nation's narrative. The shaping of collective memory occurred through repetition and association, where brands linked themselves to pivotal historical moments in understated ways. For example, a soda might appear in depictions of victory celebrations or family reunions, becoming synonymous with joy and togetherness over decades. This subtle strategy ensured that aspirations aligned with cultural ideals, encouraging a worldview of optimism and opportunity without overt persuasion. Brands acted as silent historians, preserving eras through their evolving imagery and slogans that echoed in public consciousness. Ultimately, this peaceful approach built a reservoir of shared recollections, strengthening the bonds that define a people. Exploring further, brands subtly influenced aspirations by presenting visions of the good life that felt accessible and inspiring, not imposing. Advertisements often showed diverse individuals The symbol of American optimism shone through Coca-Cola's consistent messaging, which emphasized pause and enjoyment amid busy schedules. Commercials portrayed it as a brief respite, allowing people to savor simple pleasures without disruption. Shared moments multiplied as the brand sponsored events from local parades to national celebrations, fostering inclusivity. Its presence in vending machines and stores ensured availability, making optimism feel tangible and routine. Over decades, this narrative built a legacy where the drink represented hope, gently influencing how generations approached daily challenges. Coca-Cola's journey illustrates how a product can embrace the globe while rooting itself in American values, creating a peaceful bridge between cultures. Its bottling plants sprang up internationally, adapting to local tastes yet maintaining core appeal. Optimism was exported through uplifting campaigns, portraying universal themes of happiness and refreshment. Shared moments became cross-cultural as people worldwide adopted it into their routines. This global reach amplified its role in daily life, a testament to subtle influence. The transition from drink to symbol involved innovative distribution, like the contour bottle designed for easy recognition, even in the dark. This practicality enhanced its integration into everyday scenarios, from work breaks to leisure. American optimism permeated through slogans that encouraged positive outlooks, without overt persuasion. Shared experiences grew as communities gathered around its availability. In reflection, Coca-Cola's embrace shaped a narrative of unity, softly enduring. Refreshing qualities extended beyond taste, symbolizing renewal in times of societal shift. During economic recoveries, it represented affordable luxury, boosting morale quietly. Global wars saw it as a morale booster, delivered to troops with messages of home. Optimism flowed from its marketing, focusing on brighter days ahead. Shared moments in the media reinforced this, making it a cultural staple. The brand's evolution embraced diversity, featuring inclusive ads that mirrored America's melting pot. From rural farms to urban streets, it found a place in varied lives. Symbolism grew stronger, associating with freedom and joy in peaceful ways. American values like innovation were highlighted in its history. This fabric of daily integration wove deep connections. Optimism and shared moments defined Coca-Cola's legacy, influencing how people perceived refreshment as emotional uplift. Global acceptance came through partnerships, expanding without imposition. The drink's role in pop culture amplified its reach from songs to films. Daily life felt enriched, with its presence a constant comfort. In this narrative, it stands as a gentle force. Coca-Cola's global path involved environmental adaptations, like sourcing local water while upholding standards. This ensured sustainability in its embrace, aligning with evolving values. Optimism was sustained through charitable initiatives, giving back to communities. Shared moments extended to philanthropy, fostering goodwill. The brand story remains one of peaceful growth. From its Atlanta roots, the drink's symbolism evolved with technology, from radio jingles to digital campaigns. The American spirit traveled far, embraced in foreign markets with respect. Refreshing essence stayed true, symbolizing enduring hope. Daily fabrics included it in rituals worldwide. This journey highlights subtle power. The embrace continues today, with variations catering to health-conscious eras. Optimism adapts, maintaining core appeal. Shared moments evolve digitally, yet retain intimacy. Global symbol status cements its place in history. A peaceful narrative unfolds. Shifting our gaze from the effervescent world of refreshments, we now turn to the sturdy weave of clothing that clothe the American spirit, embodied in Levi's blue jeans and their tale of rugged individualism. These denim garments, born from necessity in the gold rush era, evolved into symbols of freedom and self-reliance, quietly mirroring the vast landscapes of the West. Imagine yourself wandering through dusty trails or urban streets, feeling the durable fabric against your skin as a reminder of enduring strength. Levi's story unfolds without rush, showing how a practical invention became intertwined with notions of rebellion and exploration in daily life. Through this, we explore how blue jeans wove themselves into the narrative of American independence, one stitch at a time. Levi Strauss, a Bavarian immigrant, arrived in San Francisco during the 1850s gold rush, seeking opportunity in a land of fortune hunters and frontiersmen. He initially sold dry goods, but partnered with tailor Jacob Davis to patent riveted pants in 1873, designed to withstand the rigors of mining and labor. These early jeans featured copper rivets at stress points, ensuring longevity in an environment where clothing tore easily from rough use. The indigo dye provided a deep blue hue that faded gracefully over time, symbolizing the wearer's hard-earned experiences without ostentation. In this origin, Levi's embodied practical innovation, quietly supporting the individualistic pursuits of those forging new paths in the American West. The rugged individualism of Levi's grew as jeans transitioned from workwear to cultural icons, embraced by cowboys, farmers, and later, urban dwellers seeking authenticity. In the vast expanses of the West, they represented self-sufficiency, allowing wearers to endure long days on horseback or in fields with reliable comfort. Freedom manifested in their versatility, suitable for ranch work or casual outings, breaking free from formal attire's constraints. Rebellion simmered subtly as jeans challenged class distinctions, worn by laborers and dreamers alike in a society valuing merit over birthright. This evolution highlighted how a garment could quietly empower personal expression, becoming synonymous with the untamed spirit of the frontier. Blue jeans became emblems of the American West through depictions in literature and early films, where heroes donned them as badges of resilience against nature's challenges. Pioneers and outlaws alike favored their durability, fostering an image of independence that resonated across generations. Freedom was inherent in their design, with straight legs and high waists allowing unrestricted movement in wide open spaces. The rebellion aspect emerged in the 1950s, when youth adopted them as statements against conformity. Yet Levi's maintained a peaceful narrative of everyday strength. Synonymous with exploration, jeans accompanied settlers on wagons and later, road trippers on highways, weaving into the fabric of mobility. How these pants shaped individualism is seen in their adaptation over time, from straight-leg miners' wear to varied fits reflecting personal styles. The West's influence lingered in details, like the arcuate stitching on back pockets, evoking bow-legged cowboys. Freedom expanded as women embraced them in the 1930s, symbolizing gender equality in practical clothing. Rebellion found quiet expression in counterculture movements, where faded denim signified nonconformity without aggression. Overall, Levi's blue jeans captured the essence of American self-reliance, a gentle reminder of the land's promise. Imagine the soft creak of denim as you move, echoing the quiet determination of those who wore them first. Levi's rugged appeal extended beyond the West, influencing global perceptions of American freedom through exports and media. In post-war Europe, jeans symbolized liberation, adopted by youth as affordable emblems of democracy. Individualism traveled with them, allowing wearers to craft identities free from tradition's weight. The American West's mythology amplified this, with brands drawing on cowboy lore in marketing without exaggeration. Rebellion remained understated, a personal choice in fabric that spoke volumes in silence. From workwear to fashion, blue jeans' journey involved innovations like pre-shrunk fabrics in the 1960s, enhancing comfort for daily use. Synonymous with durability, they withstood washes and wears, mirroring life's persistent rhythms. Freedom and choice grew with colors and cuts, yet blue remained the core of Western heritage. How the rebellion integrated peacefully is evident in their role in civil rights, worn by activists as everyday armor. This narrative underscores Levi's as quiet revolutionaries in clothing. The individualism fostered by Levi's encouraged a mindset of self-expression, where personalization through patches or tiers became common. American West icons like ranchers reinforced this, portraying jeans as tools for autonomy. Freedom's quiet power lay in accessibility, affordable to most and versatile for all occasions. Rebellion evolved into empowerment, as brands supported causes aligning with independence. Synonymous with resilience, blue jeans endure as cultural constants. How Levi's shaped daily life is reflected in routines, from morning chores to evening strolls, providing unspoken confidence. The West's vastness inspired designs that favored function over form, promoting practical freedom. Individualism thrived in communities where jeans leveled social fields. Rebellion's edge softened over time, becoming a nostalgic nod to origins. This fabric story weaves deep into identity's threads. Blue jeans' synonymous status with freedom came through Hollywood, where stars wore them in roles embodying Western grit. Rugged aspects appealed to those seeking authenticity in urban settings. Individualism allowed for reinvention as wearers adapted them to modern lives. The American West remained a spiritual home, evoking open skies in every pair. Levi's legacy persists in this gentle influence. Let the faded blue hues evoke a sense of timeless wanderlust, settling softly in your thoughts. Levi's commitment to quality reinforced individualism, with sustainable practices in later years aligning with ethical freedoms. Blue jeans became global, yet retained Western roots in branding. Rebellion found expression in limited editions, catering to unique tastes. Synonymous with adventure, they accompanied explorers in various terrains. This evolution maintains a peaceful core. From the gold fields to city streets, how jeans became icons involved community stories shared through wear. American freedom symbolized mobility, with jeans enabling unrestricted pursuits. Rugged individualism defined generations, quietly shaping attitudes. The West's call lingered in every seam. A narrative of endurance unfolds. The synonymous link to rebellion grew organically, without force, as cultural shifts embraced them. Freedom's embodiment in fabric offered comfort in change. Individualism's quiet strength is empowered quietly. Blue jeans stand as testaments to this. History wears on in denim. As our exploration of durable denim fades into the background, like the gentle wear of well-loved jeans, we now approach a familiar landmark in the landscape of American daily life. The golden arches of McDonald's, rising as a consistent beacon amid the ebb and flow of change. This fast food empire, starting from humble roadside beginnings, grew into more than a place for quick meals. It became a symbol of reliability and welcome in an ever-shifting world. Imagine yourself pulling into a drive-thru on a quiet evening, the warm glow of those arches offering a sense of routine comfort without demand. McDonald's narrative unfolds peacefully, showing how a simple burger stand evolved into a cultural touchstone for accessibility and community. Through this lens, we trace its role in weaving consistency into the fabric of everyday experiences, one order at a time. McDonald's origins date back to 1940, when brothers Richard and Morris McDonald opened a small barbecue restaurant in San Bernardino, California, catering to the growing automobile culture with efficient service. They streamlined operations in 1948, focusing on a limited menu of hamburgers, fries, and shakes, introducing the speedy service system that emphasized speed and affordability for working families. Ray Kroc, a milkshake machine salesman, joined in 1954, envisioning national expansion through franchising, which allowed local owners to adapt while maintaining core standards. The Golden Arches, designed as a bold architectural feature, became a visual promise of familiarity, drawing in travelers and locals alike with their inviting curve. In this foundation, McDonald's positioned itself as a welcoming stop in daily routines, quietly revolutionizing how Americans dined on the go. More than fast food, McDonald's evolved into a consistent presence, offering predictable quality in a world of uncertainties, from economic fluctuations to personal travels. Drive-thrus and playgrounds turned restaurants into family hubs, where parents could relax while children played, fostering moments of ease amid busy schedules. Breakfast menus introduced in the 1970s extended its role into mornings, providing quick starts with items like the Egg McMuffin, blending convenience with homely flavors. Global expansion brought the Arches to international soils, adapting menus to local tastes, yet preserving the essence of American hospitality. This growth highlighted McDonald's as a beacon, illuminating paths of reliability in diverse landscapes. The Golden Arches symbolized welcome, often the first sight for immigrants or road-weary drivers, evoking a sense of inclusion without words. Community initiatives, like charity events and sponsorships, reinforced this, making locations gathering spots for fundraisers and celebrations. In changing times, such as urban sprawl or digital eras, the brand adapted with apps and delivery, ensuring accessibility remained at its core. More than meals, it offered comfort food that soothed during transitions, like late-night shifts or family outings. Overall, McDonald's wove itself into daily life as a steady companion, gently anchoring routines. How it became a beacon is seen in its uniform design, where red roofs and bright signs created visual continuity across states and countries. Consistent service trained employees to deliver smiles with orders, enhancing the welcoming atmosphere. Fast food transcended necessity, becoming a cultural ritual for birthdays or post-game treats. The Arches' glow at night provided reassurance, a landmark in unfamiliar areas. In reflection, this narrative built a legacy of approachability, softly influencing social habits. McDonald's role in daily life extended to economic accessibility, pricing items affordably to reach all income levels, promoting equality in dining experiences. Golden Arches dotted highways, serving as rest stops for long-haul truckers and vacationers, blending efficiency with warmth. More than food, it introduced innovations like Happy Meals in 1979, combining nutrition with fun toys to delight younger generations. Consistent quality controls ensured every visit felt familiar, building trust over decades. This beacon-like presence fostered loyalty, turning occasional stops into habitual comforts. The welcoming nature shone through inclusive hiring practices, providing first jobs to many, embedding the brand in personal growth stories. Changing worlds saw McDonald's adapt to health trends with salads and fruit options, maintaining relevance without abrupt shifts. Fast food's evolution included 24-hour operations, offering solace in late hours for night owls and shift workers. Arches became symbols of resilience, standing firm through recessions and recoveries. Their story illustrates quiet integration into society's pulse. Beyond burgers, McDonald's created social spaces, where seniors gathered for coffee or students studied with fries, enhancing community ties. Consistent menus worldwide allowed travelers to find home-like tastes abroad, easing cultural transitions. The brand's philanthropy through Ronald McDonald House added layers of goodwill, supporting families in need. Golden welcomes extended digitally, with ordering ease via apps. In essence, it shaped daily fabrics with threads of reliability. How the Arches became iconic involved clever marketing, like jingles that lingered in minds, promoting joy and simplicity. More than fast, service emphasized friendliness, training that influenced customer expectations industry-wide. Beacons in suburbs and cities alike, they marked progress in franchising models. Changing dynamics included sustainability efforts, like eco-friendly packaging. This peaceful expansion solidified its place. The consistent beacon role comforted during crises, providing drive-through safety in pandemics or aid in disasters. Golden Arches evoked nostalgia, reminding of childhood visits and simple pleasures. Fast food's cultural impact spread through media, from movies to memes, without overwhelming presence. Welcoming all, it bridged generations and backgrounds. McDonald's legacy endures as a gentle constant. Let the image of illuminated arches at dusk settle, a symbol of enduring invitation. McDonald's journey from stand to empire involved partnerships that spread its model, empowering entrepreneurs while upholding standards. More than meals, it influenced diets globally, introducing American flavors subtly. Consistent innovation, like McCafe coffees, competed with specialty shops for convenience. Golden symbols adapted to urban designs, blending into skylines. This narrative weaves deep into daily sustenance. The welcoming beacon extended to seasonal items, creating anticipation without hype, like holiday pies or summer shakes. Changing consumer needs saw plant-based options emerge, aligning with health shifts. Fast service remained core, yet evolved with contactless tech for modern ease. Arches' universality made them landmarks for navigation. In reflection, McDonald's shaped routines peacefully. Beyond food, community programs like scholarships reinforced its role as a supportive neighbor. Consistent branding ensured recognition, from logos to uniforms, fostering familiarity. Golden welcomes included accessibility features for disabilities, promoting inclusivity. The brand's story highlights adaptation's quiet power. Daily life feels anchored by such icons. How it navigated change involved listening to feedback, refining menus over time without disruption. More than a chain, it's a network of local stories, each location adding unique touches. Beacons of opportunity, offering jobs and training. Fast food's evolution mirrors societal progress. McDonald's endures as a thread of continuity. The arch's glow represents hope in routine, a soft light in life's pathways. Consistent presence comforts, like a familiar face in crowds. Golden invitations extend eternally, welcoming all journeys. More than dining, it's a connection. This closes our look at McDonald's fabric. McDonald's global consistency meant adapting respectfully, like halal options in certain regions, honoring diversity. Fast food's affordability democratized eating out, once a luxury. Beacons in rural areas provided options where few existed. Changing tastes incorporated global influences, enriching offerings. The narrative remains one of gentle ubiquity. From its California roots, the brand's expansion taught efficiency lessons applied broadly. More than profits, community impact defined success. Golden arches symbolized progress, from manual grills to automated kitchens. Welcome evolution included eco-initiatives, like recycling programs. Daily integration deepens with each visit. The consistent role in celebrations, from team wins to personal milestones, added joy layers. Fast service enabled busy lives, freeing time for other pursuits. Beacons of innovation, pioneering drive-thrus in 1975. Changing worlds embrace tech integration seamlessly. McDonald's story unfolds in harmony. How it became a cultural staple involved characters like Ronald, entertaining without intrusion. More than food, it's a memory maker for generations. Golden welcomes foster belonging in transient times. Consistent quality builds enduring trust. This beacon shines steadily. McDonald's adaptation to digital ordering preserved human touches, like counter smiles. Fast food's health focus is balanced indulgence with options. Beacons in pop culture, referenced fondly. Changing narratives include sustainability pledges. The arches stand timeless. The welcoming essence captured hearts worldwide, a peaceful export of American convenience. Consistent menus offer comfort abroad. Golden symbols evoke home for expatriates. More than business, it's cultural exchange. Daily life is enriched globally. Beyond speed, McDonald's emphasized value, stretching dollars for families. Fast innovations like app loyalty programs rewarded regulars. Beacons of resilience during tough times. Changing consumer landscapes navigated thoughtfully. This legacy comforts. How the brand sustained involved core values of quality, service, cleanliness, and value. More than icons, arches are promises kept. Golden threads weave through history's tapestry. Welcoming all, it unites. McDonald's narrative soothes. The consistent presence in education, through field trips or fundraisers, shaped young minds. Fast food's role in the economy boosted local suppliers. Beacons for tourism, attracting visitors. Changing eras adapted menus seasonally. Enduring appeal lies in simplicity. As we leave behind the comforting arches that dotted the American landscape, let us now venture into the realm of aspiration and innovation, where brands ignited dreams of creativity and progress in subtle, transformative ways. This segment delves into how companies like Apple reshaped perceptions of technology and self-expression, starting with its sleek revolution that redefined creativity, status, and visions of the future. Imagine yourself in a quiet room, surrounded by the soft glow of screens as we trace Apple's journey without hurry or hype. From garage beginnings to global influence, this tech company wove innovation into daily aspirations, quietly encouraging users to think differently about their potential. Through this exploration, we uncover how a brand became a symbol of forward-thinking elegance, gently guiding a nation toward embracing the unknown. Apple's story began in 1976, when Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak founded the company in a modest California garage, driven by a vision to make computing accessible to everyday people rather than just institutions. Their first product, the Apple I, was a simple circuit board kit for hobbyists, emphasizing user-friendly design in an era dominated by bulky mainframes. By 1977, the Apple II introduced color graphics and expandable memory, allowing families and small businesses to explore programming and games at home. Jobs focused on aesthetics, insisting on clean lines and intuitive interfaces that invited curiosity without intimidation. In these early days, Apple positioned itself as a quiet enabler of personal creativity, fostering a sense of empowerment through technology that felt approachable and human-centered. The sleek revolution gained momentum with the 1984 launch of the Macintosh, a compact all-in-one computer that brought graphical user interfaces to the masses, revolutionizing how people interacted with machines. Its iconic 1984 advertisement, directed by Ridley Scott, portrayed it as a liberator from conformity, though the message was delivered with artistic subtlety rather than overt drama. Creativity flourished as users discovered desktop publishing and digital art tools, turning amateurs into designers in their own living rooms. Status emerged organically, as owning a Mac signified a forward-looking mindset, aligning with aspirations for innovation in education and work. This shift redefined the future, where technology became an extension of imagination, quietly influencing generations to envision possibilities beyond traditional boundaries. How Apple redefined creativity is evident in products like the iMac in 1998, with its translucent, colorful design that made computing feel fun and accessible, breaking from the beige boxes of competitors. The Think Different campaign celebrated visionaries like Einstein and Gandhi, subtly associating the brand with unconventional thinking without aggressive promotion. Status was elevated through premium materials and seamless integration, making users feel part of an elite yet inclusive community of creators. The future took shape in ecosystems where devices synced effortlessly, encouraging a lifestyle of constant innovation. Overall, Apple's approach wove aspiration into hardware, gently reshaping how society viewed progress. The company's innovation extended to portable devices, like the iPod in 2001, which transformed music consumption by putting 1,000 songs in your pocket, fostering personal soundtracks for daily life. Sleek and minimalist, it redefined status through its white earbuds, signaling a modern, tech-savvy identity. Creativity bloomed as users curated playlists, turning commutes into curated experiences. The revolution continued with iTunes, democratizing music distribution for artists and listeners alike. In this narrative, Apple quietly built a vision of the future where technology enhanced human expression. Apple's redefinition of status came through deliberate scarcity and quality, as seen in the iPhone's 2007 debut, blending phone, music player, and internet in a touchscreen marvel. It invited creativity by enabling app development, where anyone could code solutions for everyday needs. The future was portrayed as interconnected, with features like multi-touch gestures, making interaction intuitive and elegant. Revolution in design influenced competitors, raising industry standards without confrontation. This sleek path empowered users, subtly elevating their daily interactions with technology. From hardware to software, Apple's ecosystem fostered innovation, like the App Store in 2008, which turned the iPhone into a platform for global creators. Status symbols evolved, with devices becoming badges of productivity and style in professional settings. Creativity was unleashed in tools like GarageBand, allowing music composition on the go. The future's redefinition included sustainability efforts, such as recyclable materials in later models. Apple's story illustrates a peaceful evolution, where aspiration met practicality. The sleek aspects shown in products like the MacBook Air in 2008, ultra-thin and lightweight, symbolizing mobility without sacrifice, revolutionized computing by prioritizing battery life and portability for nomadic lifestyles. Creativity in design inspired minimalism across industries. Status through exclusivity, with high-end pricing reflecting perceived value. Future visions included seamless cloud integration, quietly connecting lives. How status was redefined involved cultural partnerships, like with musicians and filmmakers using Apple tools for projects. The revolution was internal, focusing on user experience over specs. Creativity bloomed in educational programs, equipping schools with intuitive tech. Sleek innovation continued with Retina displays, enhancing visual clarity. Apple's influence grew organically, a gentle force in tech's landscape. The future took on new dimensions with the iPad in 2010, blending consumption and creation in a tablet form that redefined portable computing. Status elevated for professionals using it for presentations and notes. Creativity through apps for drawing and writing, turning ideas into reality effortlessly. Revolution in accessibility, making tech inclusive for all ages. This device wove aspiration into leisure, softly shaping digital habits. Apple's branding of aspiration extended to wearables, like the Apple Watch in 2015, integrating health tracking with communication in a wrist-worn computer. Sleek design made it a fashion statement, redefining status in wellness circles. Creativity and customization, with bands and faces reflecting personal style. The future included features like ECG monitoring, promoting proactive health. Revolution quietly advanced personal tech, enhancing daily awareness. The company's focus on privacy redefined trust in the digital age, with features like end-to-end encryption setting industry benchmarks. Status through security, appealing to users valuing data protection. Creativity fostered in developer tools, enabling secure app innovations. Sleek interfaces hid complex protections, making safety feel seamless. Apple's narrative emphasized empowerment, a calm anchor in tech's rapid changes. Innovation in services, like Apple Music launched in 2015, curated playlists based on tastes, redefining music discovery. Future visions included spatial audio, immersing listeners in soundscapes. Status and exclusive content deals with artists. Creativity for podcasters and musicians via integrated tools. This expansion wove deeper into cultural fabrics, gently influencing entertainment. How the revolution persisted is seen in the M1 chip in 2020, unifying hardware and software for efficiency, redefining performance in laptops. Sleek integration reduced power use, appealing to eco-conscious users. Creativity boosted in video editing and coding, status through superior speed without bulk. Future-proofing devices. Apple's approach ensured longevity. The aspiration for innovation culminated in augmented reality efforts, like ARKit, enabling developers to blend digital with real worlds. Redefined creativity in gaming and education. Status in early adoption of emerging tech. Sleek apps demonstrated potential without overwhelm. This forward gaze shaped visions of interactive futures. Apple's environmental initiatives redefined corporate responsibility, with carbon-neutral goals by 2030, influencing status among sustainable brands. Revolution in supply chains, using recycled materials. Creativity in packaging reductions. Future commitments to circular economies. Sleek products maintained appeal while going green. The brand's retail stores, opened in 2001, became experiential spaces, redefining shopping as discovery. Status through knowledgeable staff and open layouts. Creativity workshops encouraged hands-on learning. Revolutionized customer service with genius bars. Apple's physical presence complemented digital, a harmonious blend. Innovation in accessibility features, like VoiceOver for the visually impaired, redefined inclusivity. Future tech made usable for all. Status in ethical leadership. Creativity tools adapted for diverse needs. This commitment wove compassion into aspiration. How status evolved involved celebrity endorsements, subtly associating with influencers. Revolution without fanfare, through product placements in media. Creativity spotlighted in ads featuring user stories. Sleek narratives focused on empowerment. Apple's legacy as an innovator endures. The future's redefinition continues with ventures like Apple TV+, offering original content that inspires. Status in premium storytelling. Creativity for filmmakers via production tools. Revolution in streaming quality. This expansion broadens horizons gently. Apple's influence on education redefined learning, with iPads in classrooms fostering interactive lessons. Status for schools adopting tech-forward curricula. Creativity in student projects. Future-prepared generations for digital worlds. The revolution quietly transformed teaching methods. The company's resilience through challenges, like market shifts, redefined perseverance. Sleek comebacks, such as post-Jobs era innovations. Status maintained through consistency. Creativity in leadership transitions. Apple's story inspires steady progress. Innovation in health, via ResearchKit, enabled medical studies through apps. Future health data democratized. Status in contributing to science. Creativity for researchers. This initiative wove wellness into tech's core. How creativity was redefined involved fostering ecosystems where ideas flow freely. Revolution in collaborative tools like iCloud. Status through seamless sharing. Sleek interfaces encourage teamwork. Apple's approach built connected aspirations. The aspiration for the future shines in concepts like self-driving tech explorations, redefined mobility visions, status in cutting-edge R&D, creativity in automotive design, revolution on horizons peacefully unfolding. As the sleek lines of technological innovation soften into the whimsical curves of imagination, we now enter the enchanting world of Disney, where a magical kingdom built a national dreamscape filled with childhood wonder and enduring family values. This brand, born from the creative spark of one man's vision, grew into a vast empire of stories and experiences that quietly shaped American aspirations for joy and togetherness. Imagine yourself strolling through sun-dappled parks or curling up with a beloved film as we explore Disney's gentle evolution without any rush. From animated tailies to theme park realms, Disney wove dreams into the fabric of family life, fostering a sense of wonder that bridged generations. In this segment, we delve into how this iconic company created a peaceful haven for imagination, subtly influencing the nation's collective heart. Walt Disney's journey began in the early 1920s, when he founded a small animation studio in Kansas City, experimenting with short films that blended humor and heart to captivate audiences. After facing setbacks, he moved to Hollywood in 1923, creating characters like Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, which taught him the value of originality in storytelling. By 1928, Mickey Mouse debuted in Steamboat Willie, a synchronized sound cartoon that brought joy to Depression-era viewers through its playful antics and optimistic spirit. Walt emphasized family-friendly content, ensuring Tailies promoted values like perseverance and kindness without heavy moralizing. In these foundational years, Disney established itself as a builder of dreamscapes, quietly inviting families to escape into worlds of wonder that reflected enduring American ideals. The magical kingdom expanded with the 1937 release of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the first full-length animated feature, which transformed cinema by proving animation could tell emotional stories for all ages. Its success funded further innovations, like multi-plane cameras that added depth to scenes, enhancing the immersive quality of childhood adventures. Family values shone through narratives, where heroes overcame adversity with courage and love, subtly reinforcing bonds in real-life households. Wonder was cultivated in vibrant colors and memorable songs, creating shared experiences that lingered in memories long after the credits rolled. This era marked Disney as a national touchstone, gently shaping aspirations for happiness amid everyday routines. Building on animation, Disneyland opened in 1955 in Anaheim, California, as a physical manifestation of the dreamscape, where visitors could step into storybook lands designed for multi-generational enjoyment. Walt envisioned it as a clean, welcoming space free from the chaos of typical amusement parks, with themed areas like Fantasyland, promoting imagination through gentle rides and character interactions. Childhood wonder flourished in encounters with princesses and pirates, fostering creativity without overstimulation. Enduring values like community and respect were embedded in the park's operations, from courteous cast members to inclusive attractions. Overall, this kingdom became a pilgrimage site, quietly weaving family traditions into the American cultural tapestry. How Disney built its national dreamscape involved strategic expansions, like Walt Disney World in 1971, which offered larger-scale escapism with resorts that extended stays into immersive vacations. Magical elements, such as parades and fireworks, created moments of collective awe, strengthening family ties through shared delight. Childhood experiences were prioritized with age-appropriate zones, ensuring wonder accessible to the youngest visitors. Family values persisted in storytelling, where films like Cinderella emphasized inner strength over external rewards. In reflection, Disney's approach fostered a peaceful narrative of aspiration, where dreams felt attainable in a supportive world. Imagine the soft twinkle of fairy lights, evoking the quiet magic that lingers in cherished memories. Disney's influence on childhood wonder extended through television, with shows like the Mickey Mouse Club in the 1950s, engaging young audiences with songs, skits, and life lessons delivered in a wholesome manner. The kingdom's magic adapted to home viewing, building dreamscapes and living rooms across the nation. Enduring family values were highlighted in episodes promoting friendship and curiosity, subtly guiding behaviors without direct instruction. National identity grew as these programs became after-school rituals, uniting children in a shared cultural experience. This medium solidified Disney's role as a gentle architect of imagination, enduring through reruns and nostalgia. The building of the dreamscape involved merchandising, where toys and books extended stories beyond screens, allowing children to recreate magical moments at home. Wonder was sparked in playtime, with items like plush characters encouraging narrative play and emotional development. Family values infused these products, often themed around cooperation and adventure. Magical kingdoms in miniature fostered creativity, turning bedrooms into extensions of Disney's world. This expansion wove deeper into daily life, a peaceful integration of aspiration. Enduring through acquisitions, like Pixar in 2006, Disney refreshed its kingdom with modern tales such as Toy Story, blending technology with heartfelt stories of loyalty and growth. Childhood wonder evolved with computer animation, offering new visual depths without losing emotional core. National Dreamscapes expanded digitally, with streaming services making classics available anytime. Family values remained central, in plots celebrating diversity and resilience. Disney's legacy adapted, maintaining its magical hold. How values endured is seen in initiatives like Disney's conservation efforts, tying wonder to real-world stewardship through programs educating on nature. Building dreamscapes included global parks, like Tokyo Disneyland in 1983, exporting American optimism peacefully. Childhood experiences became universal, fostering cross-cultural bonds. Magical narratives promoted empathy, subtly shaping global families. This broad reach amplified Disney's influence, a calm wave of inspiration. The National Dreamscapes construction involved careful curation of content, avoiding controversy to preserve a safe space for wonder. Family gatherings around annual specials reinforced values like gratitude and joy. Enduring appeal lay in timeless characters, evolving yet familiar. Magical Kingdom's essence invited reflection on innocence. Disney's story whispers of perpetual childhood. Disney's magical innovations continued with live-action remakes, like The Lion King in 2019, reimagining stories for new generations while honoring originals. Building on nostalgia, these films strengthened family traditions of movie nights. Childhood wonder was reignited in photorealistic visuals, blending familiarity with fresh awe. National values of courage and circle of life endured in scripts. This evolution kept the kingdom vibrant, a peaceful bridge between eras. The dreamscape's endurance came through philanthropy, with foundations supporting arts education, fostering wonder in underserved communities. Family-focused events, like character breakfasts, created intimate magical moments. Building national identity involved holiday specials, weaving Disney into seasonal rhythms. Values like hope persisted, subtly uplifting spirits. Disney's role as cultural steward grew steadily. Wonder in adulthood was addressed through properties like Marvel acquisitions in 2009, expanding the kingdom to heroic tales of responsibility and teamwork. Childhood roots remained, with stories accessible to all ages. Magical integrations, like Avengers attractions, built immersive experiences. Family values adapted to include empowerment and diversity. This broadening sustained aspirations' flame. How Disney shaped enduring values is reflected in its response to social changes, incorporating inclusive representations without fanfare. National Dreamscapes became more reflective of America's mosaic. Building wonder involved subtle updates to classics, ensuring relevance. A Magical Kingdom's peace lay in its adaptability. Enduring legacy invites gentle exploration. The building process emphasized emotional connections, with soundtracks that evoked wonder long after viewing. Family sing-alongs became rituals, reinforcing bonds. Dreamscape's national scope included cruises and resorts, extending magic to vacations. Values of togetherness shone in shared adventures. Disney's narrative endures as a soft embrace. Disney's kingdom influenced education through edutainment, like Schoolhouse Rock collaborations, teaching history and science with magical flair. Building dreamscapes in classrooms fostered lifelong curiosity. Childhood values of learning through fun endured. National aspirations for knowledge grew quietly. This educational thread wove deeper into society's fabric. Enduring family programming, such as Disney Channel original movies, provided relatable stories of growth and friendship for tweens. Wonder transitioned from fairy tales to real-world challenges handled with heart. Magical elements like music and humor latent lessons. Values promoted self-acceptance and support systems. Disney's evolution maintained its core, a calm constant. The national dreamscape's magic extended to publishing, with books retelling films, encouraging reading as a gateway to wonder. Building literacy skills through engaging narratives strengthened family reading times. Childhood imagination soared with illustrated pages. Values of perseverance mirrored in character arcs. This literary arm amplified Disney's peaceful influence. How wonder was built involved seasonal events, like Halloween parties at parks, blending spookiness with safety for family fun. Enduring traditions created annual anticipation without excess. Magical transformations of spaces invited participation. National holidays gained Disney touches, enhancing celebrations. Values of joy persisted year-round. Disney's global magical kingdom, with parks in Paris and Shanghai, adapted cultural elements while preserving family-oriented wonder. Building cross-continental dreamscapes promoted unity. Childhood experiences became shared worldwide. Values transcended borders, fostering empathy. This international narrative enriched the American origin story. Let whispers of enchanted forests linger, a gentle prelude to rest. The enduring aspect of Disney's values shown in restoration projects, preserving classic animations for future generations. Building archival dreamscapes ensured wonder's longevity. Family heirlooms in film form passed-down stories. National cultural heritage included these icons. Magical preservation efforts honored origins peacefully. Wonder and innovation came through virtual reality experiences, allowing home-based kingdom visits. Building digital dreamscapes expanded access. Childhood limitations lessened with tech. Values of inclusion grew. Disney's forward gaze complemented its roots. Family values endured in corporate culture, with employee programs emphasizing work-life balance. Magical Kingdom's internal harmony reflected outward. National aspirations for ethical business drew inspiration. Building trust through consistency. This behind-the-scenes magic supported the facade. How the dreamscape shaped society involved subtle influences on fashion and trends, from character apparel to themed weddings. Enduring wonder in adulthood's playfulness, national identity embraced whimsy. Values of creativity encouraged. Disney's touch softened life's edges. The building of a national dreamscape culminated in centennial celebrations, reflecting on a century of magic. Childhood wonder revisited through retrospectives. Family values reaffirmed in tributes. A Magical Kingdom's future promised continuity. Enduring narrative invites peaceful dreaming. As the enchanting spires of Disney's kingdom recede into a soft horizon of memories, like the gentle close of a bedtime story, we now step onto the open path of personal triumph, illuminated by Nike's enduring mantra of "Just Do It." This athletic brand, rising from modest origins in the world of sports footwear, evolved into a powerful symbol of motivation, quietly urging Americans to pursue excellence and self-improvement in their daily endeavors. Imagine yourself lacing up a pair of running shoes at dawn, feeling the subtle push toward action as we trace Nike's journey without urgency or intensity. From innovative designs to inspirational campaigns, Nike wove aspiration into the fabric of athletic achievement, fostering a culture of empowerment that resonated across generations. In this final thread of our segment on branding aspiration and innovation, we explore how Nike inspired quiet determination, shaping individual paths toward personal victories in a nation built on perseverance. Nike's beginnings trace back to 1964, when Phil Knight and Bill Bowerman founded Blue Ribbon Sports, initially distributing Japanese running shoes to meet the growing demand among track athletes in Oregon. Bowerman, a university coach, experimented with waffle irons to create textured soles that improved traction, leading to the iconic waffle trainer in 1971, which emphasized performance without unnecessary flair. The company rebranded as Nike in 1971, drawing from the Greek goddess of victory, a name that subtly evoked triumph in everyday efforts. Early products focused on functionality, like lightweight materials that reduced fatigue for runners, quietly supporting amateur and professional athletes alike. In these formative years, Nike positioned itself as an enabler of movement, gently encouraging people to embrace physical challenges as part of their personal growth narratives. The Just Do It slogan emerged in 1988, crafted by advertising executive Dan Whedon, inspired by a convicted man's last words, but transformed into a peaceful call to action that resonated with a broad audience seeking motivation. This three-word phrase appeared in campaigns featuring everyday people alongside stars like Michael Jordan, portraying perseverance in subtle, relatable scenarios without dramatic exaggeration. Athletic achievement was redefined as accessible, with ads showing individuals overcoming personal hurdles, from morning jogs to team practices, fostering a sense of empowerment. Generations were inspired to view exercise not as obligation, but as opportunity, aligning with American values of self-reliance and progress. This mantra became a cultural touchstone, quietly influencing how society approached goals, turning potential into quiet accomplishment. Inspiring through innovation, Nike introduced air cushioning in 1979, a technology that absorbed impact and returned energy, enhancing comfort for long-distance runners and casual walkers. The Air Jordan line in 1985 blended performance with style, empowering basketball enthusiasts to feel like champions in their own games. Individual empowerment grew as the brand sponsored diverse athletes, from tennis players to soccer stars, promoting inclusivity in sports without overt advocacy. Generations connected through signature shoes that symbolized milestones, like first marathons or school victories, weaving personal stories into the brand's fabric. Overall, Nike's approach built aspiration on practical foundations, gently guiding users toward healthier, more confident lives. How Nike shaped individual empowerment is seen in programs like Nike Training Club apps, launched in 2009, offering free workouts that democratized fitness coaching for home users. The Just Do It ethos extended digitally, with motivational prompts encouraging consistent effort in a busy world. Athletic narratives evolved to include women and minorities, as seen in campaigns featuring Serena Williams, subtly challenging barriers through visibility. Generations found inspiration in customizable gear, allowing personal expression in team uniforms or running kits. In reflection, this brand fostered a peaceful revolution in self-perception, where achievement felt within reach for all. Nike's inspiration reached beyond footwear, into apparel like moisture-wicking fabrics in the 1990s, which kept athletes dry and focused during extended activities. Just Do It campaigns adapted to cultural shifts, incorporating themes of mental health and resilience in later years without heavy emphasis. Athletic achievement became holistic, with products supporting yoga and mindfulness alongside high-intensity sports. Individual stories amplified through social media, where users shared transformations, building a community of empowerment. This evolution ensured Nike remained relevant, a gentle companion in the pursuit of personal bests. The brand's global impact inspired generations worldwide, exporting American ideals of determination through Olympic sponsorships and international athletes. Empowerment came through accessibility, with affordable lines making quality gear available to youth programs. Just Do It translated across languages, maintaining its core message of action over hesitation. Athletic innovations like Flyknit in 2012 reduced waste while providing lightweight support, aligning with sustainable aspirations. Nike's narrative wove empowerment into global fabrics, a subtle thread of motivation. Inspiring through partnerships, Nike collaborated with designers and artists, blending sport with culture in limited editions that celebrated individual creativity. Generations of fans collected items as symbols of milestones, from high school graduations to career achievements. The mantra encouraged risk-taking in non-athletic realms like entrepreneurship, quietly broadening its influence. Athletic focus remained central, with research into biomechanics improving injury prevention. This multifaceted approach empowered users holistically, fostering lifelong habits. How Just Do It endured is reflected in its use during social movements, where it symbolized peaceful persistence without co-opting causes. Individual empowerment grew through adaptive equipment for disabled athletes, promoting inclusivity. Generations passed down the ethos, from parents to children and family runs. Nike's story highlights aspirations' quiet power, inspiring without imposition. Athletic achievement became a metaphor for life's journeys. The inspiration continued with tech integrations, like Nike Plus in 2006, tracking runs via sensors and apps, providing data-driven motivation. Just Do It evolved into personalized coaching, empowering users with progress insights. Athletic communities formed online, sharing tips and encouragement. Generations found unity in shared goals, from virtual challenges to local events. Nike's legacy as an inspiration persists, a calm force in motion. Nike's commitment to innovation, inspired through materials like React Foam in 2017, offering responsive cushioning that enhanced endurance without bulk. Empowerment for women surged with lines like Nike Pro, designed for comfort and confidence in various body types. Just Do It campaigns featured diverse bodies, subtly shifting beauty standards in athletics. Individual achievements celebrated in ads showed real progress, from beginners to elites. This inclusive narrative built generations of confident movers, quietly reshaping societal norms. Athletic aspiration extended to environmental efforts, with recycled materials in shoes like the Space Hippie collection in 2020, empowering eco-conscious consumers. The mantra encouraged sustainable actions, like choosing durable products over disposables. Generations inspired by this aligned personal fitness with planetary health. Nike's approach wove responsibility into empowerment, a peaceful evolution. Innovation remained key, driving aspirations forward. Inspiring generations involved youth programs, like Nike's community grants supporting sports access in underserved areas. Just Do It became a classroom tool, motivating students in physical education. Athletic achievement democratized, with free resources leveling playing fields. Individual stories of overcoming adversity shared through brand platforms. This grassroots focus empowered futures, subtly influencing national vitality. How empowerment manifested is seen in cultural icons like the swoosh logo, a simple curve symbolizing motion and grace. The brand's quiet presence in movies and music reinforced its inspirational role. Generations adopted it as a badge of determination, from gym bags to streetwear. Nike's narrative encouraged balance, blending competition with self-care. Athletic inspiration flowed naturally, a gentle current. The Just Do It legacy inspired through adaptability, responding to pandemics with home workout guides in 2020. Empowerment shifted indoors, maintaining momentum in isolation. Athletic routines preserved mental well-being, with virtual classes fostering connection. Generations navigated change with resilience, guided by the mantra. Nike's response highlighted its enduring relevance. Nike's inspiration in diversity grew with campaigns like Dream Crazier in 2019, featuring female athletes breaking barriers without fanfare. Just Do It empowered voices, promoting equality in sports quietly. Athletic achievement for all genders and abilities became normalized. Individual triumphs amplified, inspiring broader societal shifts. Generations saw possibilities expanded, a peaceful progression. The brand's research arm, Nike Sport Research Lab, innovated biomechanically, empowering athletes with data-backed designs. Aspiration met science, reducing injuries and enhancing performance subtly. Just Do It, paired with education, teaching proper techniques via apps. Generations benefited from this knowledge, pursuing goals safely. Nike's commitment deepened empowerment's roots. Inspiring through artistry, Nike collaborated with street artists for custom designs, blending sport with self-expression. Athletic wear became canvases for individuality, empowering personal style. The mantra encouraged creative risks in fitness journeys. Generations mixed fashion with function, redefining active lifestyles. This fusion wove richer narratives. How generations were inspired is reflected in longevity, with athletes like Eliud Kipchoge breaking records in Nike gear. Just do it symbolized human potential, quietly celebrated. Athletic milestones marked cultural moments, from Olympics to marathons. Individual empowerment echoed in personal records set daily. Nike's story endures as motivator. The aspiration for achievement continued with metaverse ventures, like Nikeland in 2021, empowering virtual training and socialization. Just Do It entered digital realms, inspiring new generations online. Athletic innovation bridged physical and virtual, expanding empowerment. Generations explored boundaries, guided by the brand. This forward step maintained peaceful inspiration. Nike's global empowerment inspired through localized campaigns, adapting Just Do It to cultural contexts without dilution. Athletic programs in developing regions provided gear and coaching, fostering opportunity. Generations worldwide embraced the ethos, uniting in pursuit. The brand's narrative promoted global harmony through sport. Innovation crossed borders, a subtle ambassador. Enduring values like grit and humility infused products, with designs prioritizing user needs over trends. Just Do It encourages mindfulness in training, balancing body and mind. Athletic communities thrived on shared inspiration. Individual paths illuminated, generations followed. Nike's legacy whispers encouragement. Inspiring through sustainability, Nike's Move to Zero initiative aimed for carbon neutrality, empowering eco-athletes. Just Do It is aligned with green actions, like recycling programs. Athletic gear evolved responsibly, inspiring mindful consumption. Generations adopted habits, shaping futures. This commitment added depth to empowerment. How the mantra shaped lives is seen in testimonials, from casual walkers to pros, all finding motivation. Athletic achievement became personal, not performative. Just Do It fostered resilience in failures, turning setbacks into steps. Individual growth is celebrated quietly. Nike's influence flows onward. The inspiration's core remained action-oriented, with tools like Nike Run Club connecting runners globally. Generations formed bonds through shared data and challenges. Just Do It evolved digitally, yet stayed true. Athletic empowerment digitized peacefully. This connectivity enhanced aspiration. As the quiet determination inspired by athletic strides settles into a gentle pause, like the calm after a long, satisfying journey, we now turn our attention beyond the familiar logos to the deeper cultural touchstones that American brands have become. This segment explores how these icons transcended their commercial origins, embedding themselves as symbols in the nation's collective spirit, starting with the timeless appeal of Harley-Davidson. Imagine yourself on a quiet stretch of highway, the low hum of an engine in the distance, as we trace this brand's evolution without haste. More than a motorcycle, Harley-Davidson emerged as an emblem of independence and the allure of open roads, quietly weaving freedom into the rhythms of American life. Through this lens, we uncover how a machine built for travel became a cultural beacon, fostering a sense of unbound possibility in everyday dreams. Harley-Davidson's story began in 1903, when William Harley and Arthur Davidson crafted their first motorized bicycle in a small Milwaukee shed, aiming to create reliable transportation for the growing network of American roads. Early models featured simple V-twin engines that produced a distinctive rumble, offering riders a steady companion for commuting or leisure without overwhelming complexity. The brand gained traction during World War I, supplying durable bikes to the military, which reinforced their reputation for resilience in challenging conditions. Post-war enthusiasts formed clubs, turning ownership into a shared pastime that emphasized camaraderie over competition. In these origins, Harley-Davidson positioned itself as a quiet facilitator of exploration, gently inviting riders to experience the vast landscapes at their own pace. The timeless appeal grew as motorcycles became associated with the open roads of the American countryside, where long stretches invited reflection and solitude. More than transportation, they symbolized independence, allowing individuals to break from daily routines and chart personal paths. The roar, often described as a deep, resonant pulse, evoked a sense of power harnessed gently, mirroring the rider's control over their journey. Cultural depictions in films and literature portrayed Harley riders as free spirits, navigating life's highways with quiet confidence. This narrative built a legacy where the brand stood for self-reliance, subtly influencing how generations viewed personal freedom. Beyond a mere vehicle, Harley-Davidson fostered a community of riders who gathered at events, sharing stories around campfires or in local dealerships without fanfare. The open roads called to those seeking escape, with routes like Route 66 becoming synonymous with Harley adventures. Independence manifested in customization, where owners modified bikes with personal touches, turning machines into extensions of identity. The timeless quality lay in enduring designs, like the classic cruiser style that prioritized comfort for long hauls. In essence, this appeal wove the brand into cultural fabrics, a peaceful emblem of autonomy. How the roar became iconic involved sound engineering that balanced volume with depth, creating a signature that announced presence without intrusion. More than a motorcycle, it represented rebellion tempered by tradition, appealing to those valuing heritage. Open roads stretched in the imagination, from coastal highways to mountain passes, inviting endless discovery. Riders found independence in the wind against their faces, a sensory reminder of unbound horizons. Harley's story reflects a gentle pursuit of liberty, enduring through decades. Harley-Davidson's appeal extended to apparel and accessories, where leather jackets and boots became symbols of rugged individuality, worn in everyday settings. The brand's logo, a bar and shield, evoked protection and strength, subtly integrated into tattoos and memorabilia. More than machinery, it cultivated a lifestyle of loyalty, with owners passing bikes down through families. Independence shone in solo rides, where solitude on open roads fostered introspection. This timeless resonance built communities bound by shared values, quietly strengthening cultural ties. The open roads narrative drew from America's vast geography, encouraging cross-country trips that connected diverse regions peacefully. The roar of the engine provided a meditative backdrop, allowing thoughts to wander freely. Beyond utility, Harley represented aspiration for adventure accessible to many through financing and clubs. Cultural touchstones emerged in music and art, where the brand symbolized the American dream of mobility. Harley's enduring appeal lies in this harmonious blend of power and peace. Independence was celebrated in women's riding groups, expanding the community to include diverse voices without altering core traditions. More than a bike, it offered therapeutic escapes, with roads serving as paths to clarity. Timeless designs evolved slowly, preserving classic lines while incorporating modern reliability. The roar softened in newer models with environmental considerations, adapting quietly to changing times. This evolution maintained the brand's cultural depth, a gentle constant. How Harley became more than a motorcycle is seen in its role during economic shifts, providing affordable freedom when other luxuries faded. Open roads symbolized hope, with riders finding solace in motion during personal challenges. The appeal transcended age, attracting new generations through heritage events. Independence fostered through mentorship in clubs, passing knowledge calmly. Harley's narrative weaves resilience into the nation's story. The timeless aspect endured in restoration projects, where vintage models were revived, connecting past and present riders. Roar evoked nostalgia, reminding of simpler journeys on less crowded highways. Beyond commerce, Harley supported charities, embedding goodwill into its culture. Open roads invited inclusivity, with rallies welcoming all who shared the passion. This touchstone status highlights subtle influence on identity. Let the distant echo of an engine fade, carrying whispers of freedom into the quiet night. Harley-Davidson's community events, like annual rallies, created temporary havens of connection without overwhelming crowds. More than riding, they involved storytelling and music, fostering bonds in relaxed settings. Independence balanced with belonging, as riders found tribe on roads. Timeless appeal in the brand's refusal to chase fleeting trends, staying true to roots. Cultural integration deepened through partnerships with artists, subtly expanding reach. The Roar's symbolism grew in literature, portraying it as the voice of untamed spirit harnessed wisely. Open roads mapped personal growth, with each mile a step toward self-understanding. Beyond the product, Harley embodied the philosophy of living deliberately. Generations embraced this, customizing experiences to fit lives. Harley's legacy as touchstone persists peacefully. Independence in design allowed for electric models in recent years, quietly innovating while honoring tradition. More than noise, the evolving sound maintained emotional pull. Timeless routes like the Pacific Coast Highway became pilgrimages. Riders discovered the community in unexpected stops, like roadside diners. This narrative enriches cultural landscapes softly. How the brand shaped perceptions involved media portrayals that focused on positive camaraderie over stereotypes. Open roads offered environmental immersion, heightening appreciation for natural beauty. The appeal lay in accessibility of the dream, with entry-level options inviting newcomers. Roar became a personal anthem, unique to each rider's journey. Harley's story unfolds in layers of quiet profundity. Beyond the logo, Harley represented endurance, with bikes built to last through seasons and stories. Independence nurtured through long-distance charity rides, combining purpose with pleasure. Timeless in its adaptability to modern safety features without losing soul. Cultural touchstones like museums exhibits preserved history for reflection. This depth invites ongoing discovery, a calm invitation. Harley-Davidson's global appeal spread the American road ethos abroad, with chapters forming internationally while respecting local customs. More than export, it fostered cross-cultural exchanges at events. The Roar unified diverse riders under shared passion. Open roads transcended borders, symbolizing universal freedom. Harley's influence grew organically, a peaceful ambassador. The timeless qualities shown in sustainability efforts, like recycled parts programs, aligning with thoughtful riding. Independence included responsible practices, enhancing the lifestyle's integrity. Beyond machinery, it promoted mindfulness on journeys. Cultural narratives evolved inclusively, welcoming varied backgrounds. This evolution strengthens the brand's enduring place. Roars of independence echoed in personal milestones, like first rides or cross-country completions. More than a sound, it marked transitions calmly. Open roads facilitated healing, with many finding peace in motion. Timeless appeal in the brand's community support during hardships. Harley's touchstone role comforts subtly. How it became cultural involved subtle integrations into fashion and home decor, extending the spirit indoors. Independence symbolized in everyday choices inspired by the ethos. The brand encouraged balance, pairing adventure with responsibility. Generations connected through shared roots and memories. This legacy weaves deep into aspirations. The open roads dream persisted in virtual communities, connecting riders digitally when physical travel paused. More than isolation, it maintained bonds gently, Timeless designs inspired art and photography, capturing essence. Roar preserved in recordings for off-season reflection. Harley's narrative endures as a soft call to explore. As the resonant hum of open-road adventures gently fades, like the distant echo of a passing rider on a quiet evening, we now shift to a warmer, more intimate space in the American cultural landscape, the inviting aroma of freshly brewed coffee at Starbucks. This brand, emerging from a single storefront in Seattle, transformed into more than a place for beverages. It created the concept of a third place, a welcoming social hub between home and work, where community could flourish naturally. Imagine yourself settling into a comfortable chair, the soft steam rising from a cup as ambient sounds blend in the background as we explore this evolution without hurry. Starbucks wove itself into daily rhythms, offering a consistent haven for connection and reflection amid busy lives. Through this touchstone, we see how a coffee shop quietly fostered belonging, subtly shaping modern social interactions in neighborhoods across the nation. Starbucks began in 1971 when three partners opened a small shop in Pike Place Market, initially selling whole bean coffees and teas inspired by a love for quality roasting learned during travels. The name drew from a character in Moby Dick, evoking maritime exploration and depth without overt drama, while the siren logo suggested allure and tradition in a simple circular design. Early focus remained on craftsmanship, with baristas educating customers on origins and flavors, turning purchases into gentle learning moments. No seating existed at first, but the rich sense of dark roasts and spices filled the air, inviting passers-by to linger in thought. In these origins, Starbucks positioned itself as a curator of experiences, quietly building appreciation for mindful consumption in everyday routines. The third place concept crystallized in the 1980s under Howard Schultz, who joined after being inspired by Italian espresso bars during a trip abroad, envisioning spaces where people could gather informally. Stores expanded with comfortable seating, warm lighting, and background music, creating atmospheres that encourage staying rather than rushing. Community emerged organically as regulars claimed favorite spots for reading, conversations, or quiet work, blending solitude with subtle social presence. A new kind of hub formed, distinct from home's privacy or office's structure, offering neutral ground for diverse interactions. This evolution highlighted Starbucks as a facilitator of connection, gently influencing how Americans sought balance in their days. How a coffee shop created community is seen in design elements like communal tables and window seats, inviting shared glances or spontaneous chats without pressure. The menu evolved to include lattes and frappuccinos, customizable drinks that allowed personal expression in simple orders. Social hubs blossomed in urban and suburban locations alike, becoming meeting points for book clubs, study groups, or casual catch-ups. Third place status reinforced consistency, with familiar layouts and greetings, making every visit feel like returning to a known comfort. Overall, Starbucks wove threads of belonging, a peaceful anchor in fragmented schedules. The aroma of brewed beans became a sensory invitation, mingling with notes of pastry warmth to create an enveloping calm that eased transitions between tasks. Community built through seasonal offerings, like pumpkin spice in autumn, sparking shared anticipation and light conversations. A new hub for creativity emerged, with many finding inspiration in the ambient hum of keyboards and murmured discussions. Starbucks quietly adapted to needs, adding Wi-Fi in the 2000s to support remote work without disrupting the social flow. This touchstone reshaped public spaces, fostering inclusivity in everyday encounters. Imagine the soft clink of ceramic mugs, a gentle rhythm underscoring moments of pause in the day's flow. Starbucks' role as third place extended to drive-thrus and mobile orders, blending convenience with the core invitation to linger when possible. Community initiatives, like local art displays or open mic nights in some stores, encouraged participation without obligation. The hub concept influenced urban planning, with coffee shops becoming staples in mixed-use developments. Social interactions deepened subtly as baristas remembered names and preferences, adding personal warmth to transactions. This narrative built a legacy of accessibility, quietly supporting diverse lifestyles. Creating a new social hub involved ethical sourcing stories shared on cups, gently educating about global connections without lecture. Third Place appeal grew internationally, adapting menus while preserving the welcoming essence in foreign cities. Community felt borderless, with travelers finding familiarity abroad. How Starbucks shaped gatherings is evident in its role during holidays, decorated stores hosting quiet celebrations. The brand's evolution maintained a calm center amid trends. The hub's warmth shone in comfortable armchairs and fireplaces in colder climates, inviting extended stays on rainy days. Community conversations flowed naturally, from light topics to deeper reflections in safe neutrality. A new kind of belonging emerged for solo visitors, who found companionship in the ambient presence of others. Starbucks quietly championed causes, like hiring initiatives, embedding values into the space. This touchstone enriched social fabrics peacefully. Beyond coffee, Starbucks offered teas and snacks that catered to varied tastes, ensuring inclusivity in the Third Place. The siren logo evolved subtly, retaining mystique while modernizing for clarity. Social hubs adapted to health trends with lighter options, supporting wellness routines. Community events, like coffee tastings, fostered gentle education and bonding. Starbucks' story illustrates creation through consistency, a soft invitation to connect. How the Third Place endured involved resilience during shifts, like outdoor seating expansions for fresh air gatherings. Community remained core, with apps enhancing loyalty while preserving in-person charm. A new hub for generations formed, from students to retirees finding common ground. The aroma lingered as a memory trigger, evoking past visits fondly. This cultural role wove deeper into daily reflections. Let the steam from a fresh pour curl upward, carrying hints of comfort into the surrounding air. Starbucks' community focus included partnerships with local bakeries, adding regional flavors to the menu. Third Place magic lay in its neutrality, welcoming all without judgment or membership. Social interactions benefited from background acoustics, like jazz playlists that soothed without dominating. How it created hubs is reflected in its ubiquity, marking neighborhoods with green signs. The brand's narrative promoted mindfulness, one sip at a time. The hub's evolution incorporated sustainability, with reusable cup incentives encouraging thoughtful habits. The community responded positively, aligning personal actions with broader values. A new social dynamic emerged in co-working vibes, supporting freelancers quietly. Starbucks adapted seating for accessibility, ensuring wide welcome. This touchstone fostered empathy in shared spaces. Creating community involved holiday cups that sparked seasonal joy, subtle designs evoking warmth. Third Place status helped during isolations, with to-go options maintaining connections remotely. The aroma became synonymous with routine starts, like morning commutes. Social hubs provided outlets for creativity, with many journaling or sketching amid the calm. Starbucks' influence grew as a gentle facilitator. How a coffee shop became culturally involved, media portrayals of meetings and dates in its settings. Community built through reward programs, adding light gamification to visits. The Third Place offered respite in bustling cities, pockets of tranquility. Starbucks quietly evolved drinks like cold brews for warmer days. This narrative endures as a hub of humanity. The social aspect shone in barista artistry, with latte foam designs adding whimsical touches. Community conversations often began over shared tables, bridging strangers softly. A new kind of hub for reflection emerged, aiding mental pauses in fast paces. Third Place appeal lay in its reliability, open early and late. Starbucks wove comfort into cultural touchstones. Starbucks' third place inspired imitators, raising standards for cafe experiences industry-wide. Community initiatives like youth grants extended impact beyond walls. The hub adapted to digital nomads with power outlets and stable connections. Social warmth persisted in greetings, humanizing transactions. This creation shaped modern socialization peacefully. Creating a new hub involved acoustic design that muffled noise, allowing focus or talk as chosen. Third place inclusivity welcomed pets in some patios, adding joyful layers. The community felt alive in seasonal decor, transforming spaces gently. How Starbucks fostered belonging is in its role as neutral ground for discussions. The brand's story highlights quiet innovation in social spaces. The aroma of espresso grounded many in present moments, a sensory anchor. Community built through consistency, familiar faces behind counters. A new social hub for all walks emerged, democratizing comfort. Starbucks quietly supported arts, with music playlists featuring independence. This touchstone enriched lives subtly. Beyond beverages, the third place offered refuge during travels, familiar oases in airports. The community extended virtually through social shares of visits. The hub's calm contrasted external rushes, providing balance. Third place legacy invites ongoing connection, a peaceful thread. How it created community endured in post-pandemic reopenings, spaces reclaiming their roles slowly. Social interactions revived with care, rebuilding habits gently. Starbucks adapted with enhanced cleanliness, maintaining trust. The aroma welcomed returns, evoking pre-change comforts. This resilience strengthens its cultural place. Starbucks' hub role in education saw students gathering for group work, supported by caffeine and space. Community notes on bulletin boards advertised local events, fostering ties. A new kind of belonging for newcomers, easy entry points in new towns. Third place magic in its adaptability to moods, energetic mornings to relaxed evenings. The brand's narrative promotes pause amid progress. Creating social hubs involved global adaptations, like matcha in Asia, while keeping core welcome. Community felt universal, bridging culture softly. The third place offered consistency for expatriates, tastes of home abroad. How Starbucks shaped gatherings lies in its event hosting capabilities. This touchstone connects quietly across distances. The warmth of steamed milk added layers to drinks, mirroring comforting embraces. Community conversations spanned topics, safe in anonymity when desired. A new hub for solitude in the company emerged, balancing needs. Starbucks encouraged journaling with ample tables. Cultural integration deepened peacefully. Beyond the logo, Starbucks represented ritual, daily visits marking time's passage gently. Third place status helped mental well-being, spaces for decompression. Social dynamics evolved inclusively, welcoming remote workers. The aroma lingered on clothing, carrying memories home. This legacy as a hub endures softly. How the community was created involved employee training in hospitality, genuine interactions key. The hub's lighting softened evenings, inviting wind downs. Third place for celebrations, like birthday treats shared quietly. Starbucks wove itself into personal stories, a backdrop for milestones. The narrative unfolds in calm continuity. As the comforting aroma of a familiar coffee haven gently dissipates, like the last sip of a well-brewed cup on a quiet afternoon, we now turn to the steady hum of engines that propelled America forward. The enduring legacy of Ford, from the humble Model T to the powerful muscle cars of later eras. This brand, rooted in the vision of making transportation attainable for ordinary families, evolved into a symbol of progress and aspiration, quietly driving the nation toward greater mobility and dreams of the open highway. Imagine yourself behind the wheel on a smooth, endless road, the soft vibration of the engine a constant companion as we trace this journey without rush. Ford wove itself into the cultural fabric by democratizing the automobile, turning personal travel from luxury to everyday reality, and later igniting passions for performance and strength. In this final touchstone of our segment, we explore how Ford drove the nation forward, fostering a sense of possibility through accessible innovation and the thrill of the drive. Henry Ford's story began in the early 1900s, when he founded the Ford Motor Company in 1903, determined to create a reliable car that average workers could afford rather than just the wealthy. The breakthrough came with the Model T in 1908, a sturdy vehicle with a simple four-cylinder engine and interchangeable parts that streamlined production and reduced costs. Assembly line techniques introduced in 1913 revolutionized manufacturing, allowing workers to build cars faster while earning higher wages, subtly improving lives beyond the factory floor. The black-painted Tin Lizzie, as it was affectionately called, featured a planetary transmission that made driving approachable even for novices on unpaved rural roads. In these early days, Ford positioned itself as an enabler of freedom, quietly expanding horizons for families who could now visit distant relatives or explore nearby towns with ease. Accessible mobility transformed American life as Model Ts rolled out in millions, connecting isolated farms to markets and cities, fostering economic growth without fanfare. Roads improved gradually to accommodate the growing number of vehicles, turning dusty trails into networks that bound communities together peacefully. Dreams of ownership became reality for teachers, farmers, and shopkeepers, with affordable pricing and installment plans making the car a household staple. The rumble of the engine provided a reassuring soundtrack to daily errands or weekend outings, evoking reliability in an era of rapid change. This era marked Ford as a quiet architect of progress, gently shifting society toward a more interconnected future. From the Model T's practicality, Ford evolved to meet shifting desires, introducing models like the Model A in 1927 with more comfort and style, including colors beyond black to suit personal tastes. Driving the nation forward involved safety innovations, such as laminated glass windshields in the 1930s, protecting passengers subtly while maintaining focus on affordability. Performance began to emerge with V8 engines in the early 1930s, offering smoother power for longer journeys without overwhelming complexity. Muscle cars took shape in the post-war boom, with vehicles like the Thunderbird in 1955 blending elegance and speed for leisurely drives. Overall, Ford's narrative built aspiration through evolution, quietly adapting to the rhythms of American dreams. How Ford drove accessibility is seen in the widespread adoption of trucks like the F-Series in 1948, durable haulers that supported work and recreation with dependable towing capacity. Modern muscle revived in the 1960s with the Mustang in 1964, an affordable pony car that captured youthful energy and the allure of open highways. Dreams of performance ignited as engines grew stronger, yet remained attainable for many through sensible pricing. The nation moved forward with interstate expansions, where Fords carried families on vacations, fostering shared memories and spacious interiors. This touchstone highlighted mobility as a gentle force of unity, bridging distances peacefully. Ford's commitment to innovation continued with features like automatic transmissions in the 1950s, easing the drive for everyday commuters and long-distance travelers alike. Accessible mobility extended to station wagons, practical carriers for growing families heading to suburbs or parks. Muscle-era icons like the Shelby GT in the 1960s combined raw power with refined handling, inspiring enthusiasm without excess. Driving forward involved fuel efficiency efforts during shortages in the 1970s, adapting quietly to preserve the joy of the road. The brand's legacy wove performance dreams into attainable realities, a calm evolution. The transition to modern muscle preserved heritage while embracing technology, with models like the revived Mustang in later decades featuring advanced suspensions for confident cornering. Dreams evolved to include electric variants, blending tradition with sustainable progress in smooth, silent acceleration. Nation forward through global reach, yet rooted in American assembly lines that provided steady work. Accessible options like the Focus catered to urban needs, compact yet reliable for daily navigation. Ford's story illustrates driving as a peaceful pursuit of potential, enduring softly. Performance dreams shown in limited editions, offering enthusiasts heightened experiences while mainstream models prioritized comfort. How the brand shaped mobility is reflected in its role during migrations, vehicles loaded for new beginnings across states. Modern interiors with soft materials and quiet cabins enhanced long drives, turning travel into respite. Muscle revived respect for craftsmanship, engines tuned for harmonious power delivery. This narrative drove cultural aspirations gently, a thread of continuity. From Model T's simplicity, Ford fostered national cohesion, cars becoming backdrops for picnics and parades in small towns. Accessible dreams included convertibles for wind-in-hair freedom on sunny days. Driving the nation involved wartime production shifts, supporting efforts before returning to civilian mobility. Performance in trucks like modern Super Duty provided capability for work and play alike. Ford's touchstone endures as a symbol of forward momentum, quietly empowering journeys. The muscle aspect celebrated in events where owners gathered, sharing stories under hoods raised in camaraderie. Dreams of speed, tempered with safety features like advanced braking systems in contemporary models. The nation progressed with hybrid technologies, blending efficiency with familiar power. Accessible mobility for all through varied lineups, from sedans to SUVs suiting lifestyles. This evolution wove deeper into daily rhythms, a gentle accelerator. Let the smooth shift of gears evoke a sense of effortless progress, horizons unfolding steadily. Ford's modern era embraced connectivity, with infotainment systems keeping passengers engaged on roads without distraction. Performance dreams in electric Mustangs offered instant torque, redefining thrill quietly. Driving Ford included autonomous assists, easing fatigue on highways for safer arrivals. Accessible through financing that mirrored early innovations, bringing ownership within reach. The brand's narrative promotes exploration, roads as paths to discovery in calm confidence. How muscle endured is seen in heritage models nodding to classics, details like grille designs evoking nostalgia. Nation-driven by reliability ratings that built trust over generations. Dreams evolved inclusively, with adaptive features for diverse drivers. Modern mobility blended ruggedness in off-road variants, inviting adventure peacefully. Ford's legacy as a driver persists, a soft hum beneath life's travels. The accessible aspect shown in compact crossovers for city ease, maneuverable yet spacious inside. Performance balanced with economy, engines optimized for real-world efficiency. Driving the nation involved community programs, like driving education initiatives, fostering responsibility. Muscle dreams and track editions for enthusiasts, yet daily drivers remained approachable. This touchstone shaped cultural views of autonomy, gently. From early assembly lines, Ford humanized industry, higher wages allowing workers to buy their products. Modern sustainability in recycled materials aligned with thoughtful progress. Dreams of the road included family vans with entertainment for children on trips. Nation forward through exports, carrying American ingenuity abroad. The narrative unfolds in layers of quiet achievement. Performance in racing successes inspired street models, technology trickling down accessibly. How Ford drove dreams is reflected in iconic routes, vehicles carrying explorers westward still. Accessible innovations like keyless entry simplified routines softly. Muscle revived passion without overwhelming daily practicality. Ford's story drives onward, a peaceful companion. Ford's commitment to safety redefined mobility, with features like automatic emergency braking in recent years protecting journeys subtly. Modern muscle incorporates lightweight materials for agile handling. Dreams included luxury trims blending comfort with power. The nation progressed with fleet vehicles, supporting businesses reliably. This evolution maintained core accessibility, inviting all to the drive. The driving forward narrative involved electrification, quiet cabins enhancing conversation on roads. Performance dreams in high-output variants thrilled responsibly. Accessible through broad dealer networks, service close at hand. How the brand shaped horizons lies in its endurance through economic cycles. Ford's touchstone whispers of possibility, gently. Muscle-era nostalgia preserved in museums and restorations, connecting generations calmly. Modern designs are aerodynamic for efficiency, yet bold in presence. Dreams evolved to adventure vehicles conquering trails softly. Nation driven by shared experiences, tailgates and road trips bonding families. The legacy as a mobilizer endures peacefully. From Model T to electric futures, Ford fostered national movement, cars as vessels for personal stories, accessible dreams in entry models for first-time owners, performance-balanced harmony, engines singing without roar excess. Driving the nation involved quiet leadership in industry standards. This cultural thread weaves deep, a calm force. The modern muscle dream included customizable options, personalizing rides subtly. How accessibility persisted is in varied powertrains suiting preferences. Nation forward with inclusive marketing, welcoming diverse drivers. Dreams of open roads renewed in each generation. Ford's narrative drives softly into tomorrow. Let the gentle coast down a hill remind of momentum carried forward effortlessly. Ford's role in cultural milestones, like carrying families to national parks, enriched collective memories. Performance in endurance tests proved reliability for long hauls. Accessible mobility for aging populations with easy entry designs. Modern innovations like over-the-air updates kept vehicles fresh quietly. The brand's story as driver invites reflection on progress made. Driving dreams involved sound systems filling cabins with favorite tunes on journeys. Muscle heritage honored in special editions annually. Nations connected through highways built for such travel. How Ford-shaped mobility endures in everyday commutes turned pleasant. This touchstone accelerates aspirations gently. The accessible legacy continued in affordable maintenance, parts readily available. Performance dreams in turbocharged options offered excitement responsibly. Modern connectivity is linked to home seamlessly. Driving the nation involved philanthropy, supporting mobility causes. Ford's enduring appeal lies in balance, quietly. From humble beginnings, the brand propelled societal shifts, suburbs expanding with reliable transport. Dreams evolved sustainably, reducing emissions thoughtfully. Muscle power refined for efficiency. Nation forward in unity, roads shared harmoniously. The narrative concludes this segment softly. As the steady rhythm of the open road softens into stillness, like the quiet settling of a car in a familiar driveway after a long drive, we now arrive at the closing reflections of our journey through American brands and their peaceful legacies. This final segment invites us to pause and consider the quiet power of influence these commercial narratives have exerted, building a national identity layer by layer over generations. Imagine yourself now in a comfortable space, perhaps with the soft glow of evening light filtering through a window, as we trace these enduring threads without haste. The stories we have explored, from refreshing drinks to roaring engines, reveal how brands subtly shaped collective aspirations, fostering a sense of shared optimism and belonging. In this gentle wrap-up, we reflect on their lasting imprint, allowing the mind to wander through memories of how commerce quietly mirrored and molded the American spirit. The quiet power of influence lies in how commercial narratives embedded themselves into the nation's identity, often more deeply than deliberate policies or grand declarations. Brands like Coca-Cola and Ford did not demand attention. They simply became part of family gatherings, road trips, and daily rituals, reinforcing ideals of unity and progress through repetition and familiarity. Over time, these stories created emotional anchors, where a logo or jingle evoked nostalgia for simpler joys or the promise of better days ahead. National identity formed not through force, but through these subtle associations, turning individual experiences into communal touchpoints that crossed regional and social divides. Historians observe that while political events marked eras, brands provided the backdrop, gently coloring how generations perceived their country's character. Reflecting on this influence shows how narratives built identity by aligning with core values like innovation and resilience, presenting them in accessible, everyday forms. A pair of Levi's jeans or a McDonald's meal carry tales of self-reliance and community without preaching, allowing people to adopt these ideals naturally in their lives. The power was quiet because it operated through choice consumers opted in repeatedly, reinforcing the narratives through personal endorsement. National cohesion strengthened as brands became common denominators, symbols everyone recognized and related to in their own way. This organic process ensured longevity, with influences persisting even as society evolved, a soft undercurrent in cultural memory. Commercial narratives achieve this by focusing on human elements founders' perseverance, shared moments of joy, or the satisfaction of achievement mirroring the nation's self-image as a land of opportunity. Brands reflected identity back to the people, validating aspirations through advertisements that depicted diverse yet unified Americans enjoying similar pleasures. The influence deepened with consistency as reliable quality and messaging built trust that extended beyond products to the values they represented. Quietly, this shaped how the nation saw itself: optimistic, inventive, and inclusive in its pursuit of happiness. In retrospect, the power lay in subtlety, avoiding overt persuasion while embedding deeply into collective consciousness. How these narratives built identity is evident in their role during pivotal times, offering comfort and continuity when change felt overwhelming. During economic recoveries or social shifts, brands provided stable reference points, reminding people of enduring strengths through familiar icons. The quiet aspect ensured broad acceptance, as no one felt coerced participation, felt like personal preference aligned with cultural norms. National identity thus emerged as a mosaic, with commercial threads adding vibrant, relatable patches. This reflection highlights the elegance of indirect influence, where commerce contributed to unity without claiming center stage. The power manifested in generational transmission, where parents passed down affinities for certain brands, weaving them into family traditions and stories. Narratives became heirlooms, carrying values like hard work or togetherness forward in subtle ways. Identity solidified through these shared symbols, creating a sense of continuity amid personal and societal changes. Brands acted as gentle stewards, preserving aspects of national character while adapting quietly to new realities. In this light, their influence reveals history's layered nature, where everyday elements play profound roles. Commercial narratives built identity by democratizing aspiration, making dreams feel attainable through affordable access to quality and innovation. A Harley ride or a Disney visit represented freedom and wonder available to many, reinforcing the belief in equal opportunity. The quiet power grew from inclusivity as brands reached across classes and backgrounds with messages of empowerment. National pride subtly intertwined with these experiences, where owning or enjoying an icon felt like partaking in the American promise. Reflection shows this as a peaceful form of nation-building, rooted in voluntary engagement. Influence extended to cultural exports, where brands carried American identity abroad, shaping global perceptions through positive associations. Narratives of optimism and ingenuity traveled in bottles, vehicles, and films, offering soft diplomacy without agenda. The power remained quiet, as foreign audiences adopted elements willingly, blending them into local contexts. Back home, This reinforced national identity, with brands symbolizing a welcoming, innovative spirit. This bidirectional flow enriched the collective sense of self, a gentle exchange over decades. How brands built through reflection is seen in nostalgia-driven revivals, where past campaigns resurface to evoke shared heritage. Identity strengthened as people revisited these narratives, finding comfort in familiar values amid modern uncertainties. Commercial stories provided continuity, linking past achievements to present possibilities softly. The quiet influence ensured resilience, with brands enduring as cultural constants. National fabric thus gained depth, woven with threads of commercial legacy. The power of these narratives lay in their emotional resonance, touching hearts through stories of human connection and triumph. Brands built identity by celebrating ordinary lives elevated through small indulgences or tools. Quiet repetition in media and marketplaces embedded values deeply, shaping worldviews without announcement. Reflection invites appreciation for this subtlety, where influence flowed like a steady stream. In essence, commercial narratives co-authored the nation's story, peacefully. National identity emerged richer from these influences, incorporating ideals of progress and community into everyday consciousness. Brands reflected societal evolution, adapting narratives to include diversity and sustainability over time. The quiet power persisted in modern reinterpretations, keeping core essences alive gently. How this built cohesion is in the shared language of icons, understood across generations. This legacy underscores commerce's role in cultural harmony, a soft foundation. Commercial narratives influenced by focusing on positivity, offering visions of harmony and achievement that countered daily challenges. Identity built through these uplifting threads, fostering collective optimism without denial of realities. The power was in balance, acknowledging struggles while emphasizing resilience via brand stories. National character thus gained nuance, portrayed as enduring yet adaptable. Reflection reveals the artistry of this quiet construction, layer upon layer. How influence shaped identity involved sensory associations, scents, sounds, textures that triggered memories tied to national myths. Brands became multisensory anchors, evoking wide-open spaces or family warmth reliably. Quiet immersion over time solidified these links, making narratives integral to self-perception. The process felt natural, as participation blended seamlessly with life. This built a robust, inclusive identity, enduring softly. The quiet power culminated in cultural permanence, where brands outlasted trends to become archetypes of American experience. Narratives reflected identity while gently guiding it toward inclusivity and innovation. Influence through familiarity created belonging, a shared vocabulary in diverse society. National unity strengthened subtly, commercial stories as binding agents. In final reflection, this power invites gratitude for unseen architects. Commercial building of identity happened through aspiration alignment, where brands embodied attainable versions of the good life. The quiet aspect ensured longevity, avoiding backlash by evolving thoughtfully. Power in persistence, narratives renewing relevance across eras. How this shaped the nation is in its organic depth, rooted in people's choices. Legacy reflects a collaborative creation, peaceful and profound. Influence's quiet nature allowed for personal interpretation, each individual finding unique meaning in shared symbols. National identity thus became multifaceted, enriched by varied engagements with brands. Narratives provided frameworks for understanding progress, from industrial ages to digital ones softly. Reflection on this power highlights interconnectedness, commerce, and culture in harmony. The building process endures, a gentle, ongoing dialogue. As we linger in the gentle afterglow of reflection on influence's quiet power, let us now turn our gaze forward to the evolving legacies of these iconic American brands and how they continue to adapt in subtle, reassuring ways. These narratives do not stand frozen in time. They breathe and shift with the changing rhythms of society, weaving new threads into the national story while preserving their core essences. Imagine yourself watching leaves drift on a slow-moving stream, each one carrying familiar patterns, yet following a fresh current as we explore this ongoing journey. Brands like Apple and Nike have embraced new technologies and values, ensuring their stories remain relevant without abrupt disruption. In this peaceful evolution, we see how commercial legacies endure, gently guiding aspirations into future horizons with the same unhurried grace. Evolving legacies begin with adaptation to technological shifts, where brands incorporate digital innovations while maintaining the emotional warmth that first drew people in. Apple, once centered on personal computers, expanded into interconnected ecosystems of phones, watches, and services that sync seamlessly, enhancing daily flow without overwhelming complexity. Nike integrated apps and wearable trackers, turning individual runs into connected experiences that motivate quietly through data and community. These changes feel natural, like seasons transitioning, allowing users to embrace progress at their own pace. The national narrative gains new chapters, where innovation continues to symbolize possibility, softly encouraging creativity in modern contexts. Brands adapt by responding to societal values like sustainability, weaving environmental care into their stories without fanfare or judgment. Starbucks introduced reusable options and ethically sourced beans, turning daily coffee rituals into small acts of stewardship that align with broader awareness. Ford shifted toward electric and hybrid models, preserving the sense of freedom on the road while reducing impact, the hum of engines becoming quieter yet still reassuring. These evolutions reflect a maturing nation, where aspirations include harmony with the world around us. Legacies thus renew themselves, gently incorporating responsibility as a natural extension of earlier promises. The threads continue through inclusivity, as brands broaden their narratives to embrace diverse voices and experiences in understated ways. Disney expanded stories to feature varied heroes and cultures, enriching the dreamscape without altering its core wonder. Levi's celebrated different body types and backgrounds in campaigns, reinforcing individualism as universal rather than exclusive. National identity deepens through this quiet widening, mirroring society's own growth toward greater understanding. Evolving legacies foster belonging, allowing new generations to see themselves in familiar icons. How brands weave new threads is seen in their response to digital connection, creating virtual spaces that extend physical experiences softly. Harley-Davidson built online communities for riders to share routes and stories, keeping the spirit of open roads alive even in quieter moments. McDonald's apps and delivery maintain the welcoming beacon, adapting to busier lives while preserving moments of comfort. These adaptations feel like gentle bridges, linking past traditions to present routines without straying. The narrative evolves collaboratively, with consumer input shaping offerings in calm cycles. Evolving legacies also involve philanthropy and community support, where brands give back in ways that reinforce their foundational values. Coca-Cola initiatives focus on water conservation and youth programs, extending optimism beyond the bottle to real-world impact. Nike supports grassroots sports access, empowering movement in underserved areas with quiet consistency. These efforts weave deeper threads, aligning commercial success with societal good in unassuming manners. National narratives gain layers of compassion, showing progress as collective rather than solitary. Brands continue by revisiting heritage while innovating, creating limited editions or revivals that evoke nostalgia gently. Ford's electric Mustang nods to muscle-era dreams, blending past power with future efficiency in harmonious design. Disney reimagines classics with fresh perspectives, keeping magical kingdoms timeless yet renewed. This balance ensures legacies feel alive, inviting reflection on continuity amid change. The threads strengthen, carrying forward the essence of aspiration in evolving forms. Adapting to health and wellness trends, brands incorporate mindful elements that support balanced lives softly. Starbucks added lighter, plant-based options, enhancing the third place as a space for nourishment and pause. Nike emphasized recovery and mental resilience in training tools, broadening empowerment beyond physical achievement. National stories evolved to include well-being, reflecting a society valuing harmony in body and mind. Legacies thus remain companions, gently guiding toward holistic futures. How new threads emerge is through subtle collaborations, partnering with artists, athletes, or causes to refresh narratives peacefully. Apple worked with creators on tools that democratize design and music, extending sleek revolution to wider audiences. Harley teamed with custom builders for unique models, preserving independence while inspiring fresh expressions. These partnerships feel organic, like conversations continuing across time. The national weave gains vibrant accents, evolving without losing familiarity. Evolving legacies endure by listening to feedback, adjusting offerings in measured steps that honor loyalty. McDonald's introduced customizable menus and local flavors, keeping the Golden Arches welcoming in diverse contexts. Levi's incorporated sustainable fabrics, maintaining rugged appeal while aligning with conscious choices. This responsiveness creates trust, allowing brands to weave onward as reliable threads. Narratives adapt gracefully, mirroring life's own unhurried adjustments. The continuation shows in global perspectives, where brands incorporate international influences while rooting in American origins. Disney parks abroad blend local cultures with classic magic, expanding dreamscapes thoughtfully. Coca-Cola variations respect regional tastes, sharing optimism universally yet personally. National identity evolves outward, embracing a connected world softly. Legacies thus grow inclusive, weaving broader human stories into the fabric. Imagine threads of light weaving through a loom, patterns shifting yet retaining their enduring design. Brands weave sustainability deeper, with goals like carbon neutrality guiding future steps quietly. Nike's recycled materials and circular designs extend "Just Do It" to environmental action. Ford's investment in electric infrastructure supports mobility's next phase without disruption. These commitments feel like natural progressions, aligning legacies with planetary care. The narrative renews, fostering hope and sustainable aspirations. Evolving through education and inspiration, brands offer resources that empower learning gently. Apple's creative workshops and tools encourage exploration at all ages. Starbucks community events host local artists, enriching third places with cultural exchange. National threads strengthen through knowledge sharing, evolving toward enlightened futures. Legacies continue as gentle teachers, weaving wisdom into daily encounters. How adaptation preserves essence is in maintaining sensory comforts. The fizz of a drink, the fit of jeans, the aroma of coffee, while innovating around them. Disney keeps wonder central, even in new formats like streaming. Harley preserves the rumble spirit in quieter electric models. These evolutions honor origins, allowing legacies to flow forward peacefully. The national story gains continuity, a soothing constant amid change. The threads weave onward in responses to challenges, like economic shifts or global events, adapting with resilience softly. Brands offered support through discounts or community aid, reinforcing reliability. Legacies proved adaptable yet steadfast, like familiar anchors in uncertain waters. Narratives evolved stronger, reflecting national endurance quietly. This ongoing weave invites trust in future chapters. Evolving legacies also embrace personalization, allowing individuals to shape experiences within shared frameworks. Nike's custom shoes extend individual empowerment digitally. Starbucks order customizations make each visit unique yet familiar. National identity deepens through personal connections to collective symbols. Threads become tailored, weaving diverse stories into unity. Brands continue by fostering creativity in new mediums, like virtual reality or social platforms, extending reach gently. Disney's digital adventures bring magic home. Apple's immersive tech opens creative doors wider. These evolutions feel like natural extensions, weaving innovation into familiar narratives. Legacies adapt to connect generations, softly bridging eras. The national narrative renews through these adaptations, maintaining optimism as a core thread. Brands evolve without abandoning roots, ensuring stories remain comforting companions. How they weave new patterns is in quiet commitment to improvement, step by measured step. Legacies endure as living entities, gently shaping tomorrow's identity. Evolving through transparency, brands share journeys openly, building deeper trust softly. Sustainability reports and ethical stories add authenticity layers. National threads gain honesty, reflecting maturing values. This openness weaves stronger bonds, allowing legacies to continue meaningfully. As our reflections on evolving legacies settle like the last light of dusk, we come to a quiet invitation, one that turns the gaze gently inward to your own life and the brands that have woven themselves into its fabric. Perhaps there is a forgotten American brand, tucked away in memory like an old keepsake in a drawer, that once shaped moments of comfort or aspiration in your younger days. Or maybe a current one still accompanies your routines, offering subtle threads of familiarity amid the flow of time. Imagine yourself drifting through personal recollections, allowing images of packaging, scents, or jingles to surface softly, without effort or urgency. This is your brand story, unique yet connected to the larger tapestry we have explored tonight. A peaceful space to ponder what commercial icons have meant in the quiet corners of your own history. Forgotten brands often hold a special tenderness, emerging from eras when life moved at a slower pace, their presence tied to childhood rituals or family traditions long set aside. Perhaps it was a cereal box with a prize inside, evoking Saturday mornings filled with simple wonder and the crunch of sweet grains. Or a soda fountain drink from a local pharmacy, its fizzy lift marking summer afternoons spent in leisurely conversation. These relics carried narratives of abundance and joy, subtly reinforcing a sense of security in a world that felt vast yet approachable. As you relax deeper, let these memories rise and fall like gentle breaths, acknowledging how they shaped early perceptions of happiness and belonging without demanding anything in return. Current brands, too, weave ongoing stories, accompanying daily rhythms with consistent reassurance in an ever-shifting landscape. A favorite coffee blend might signal the start of each day, its warm aroma grounding you before the world's demands begin. Or a pair of sneakers that supports your walks, reminding you of personal goals achieved step by step in quiet persistence. These icons adapt alongside you, offering familiarity that eases transitions and fosters small moments of reflection. In this calm space, consider how they mirror your own evolving aspirations, gently supporting the person you have become through their understated presence. Your brand story might blend both forgotten and current threads, creating a personal narrative rich with sensory echoes and emotional warmth. A vintage toy from decades past could resurface in thought, its colors and textures linked to playful discovery and innocent dreams. Meanwhile, a modern streaming service carries forward tales of adventure, providing evening wind-downs filled with familiar characters and soothing soundtracks. These elements intertwine, shaping identity through layers of comfort and continuity, much like the national stories we have traced. Allow yourself to linger here, feeling the soft connections form without need for resolution, simply existing in peaceful awareness. What forgotten brand calls to you now? Perhaps one tied to holiday gatherings or roadside stops on family vacations, its logo evoking laughter shared around a table. Or a current one that accompanies quiet evenings, its presence a subtle companion during moments of solitude or connection with loved ones. These stories are yours to hold gently, reflections of how commerce has touched individual lives with threads of optimism and resilience. As sleep draws nearer, Let this pondering be a lullaby of personal history, unhurried and kind, inviting rest without expectation. Imagine the faint outline of an old advertisement in your mind, its message of possibility lingering like a soft echo from the past. A current brand's gentle notification might symbolize modern connections, bridging distances with ease and care. Your story encompasses both, a private mosaic where forgotten charms meet ongoing reliabilities in harmonious balance. This reflection honors the subtle ways brands have shaped not just a nation, but the intimate details of your own journey. Drift with these thoughts, allowing them to dissolve into tranquility as needed. Perhaps a long-ago candy wrapper brings back tastes of reward after small achievements, or a present-day app offers calm guidance through daily wellness. Forgotten radios with branded dials once filled rooms with music and stories, while current headphones carry personalized playlists into private worlds. Your brand story embraces these contrasts, weaving nostalgia with presence in a soothing rhythm. In this space, there is no rush to define or share. Simply allow the impressions to float by, comforting in their familiarity. The invitation extends softly. If a particular brand surfaces clearly in your reflections tonight, one that has quietly influenced your path, consider its role with gentle curiosity. Forgotten ones like regional sodas or classic toys often hold unexpected depth, tying to specific seasons of life filled with innocence and exploration. Current favorites, perhaps a skincare line or streaming platform, provide ongoing threads of self-care and inspiration. Your story is valid in its uniqueness, a personal chapter in the broader legacy of American branding. As breaths slow and deepen, let this pondering ease you further toward rest. Imagine settling into the comfort of your present space, contrasting the past's brand-touched moments with this peaceful now. A forgotten department store's holiday displays once sparked wonder, while a current online retailer brings conveniences home with quiet efficiency. These shifts highlight personal growth, shaped subtly by the icons that accompanied each stage. Your brand story reflects resilience and adaptation, much like the national narratives we have followed. Allow this awareness to cradle you, a soft blanket of reflection inviting sleep. What brand, forgotten or flourishing, has left its gentle mark on your memories of home, travel, or simple pleasures shared with others? Perhaps an old board game with branded pieces fostered family nights of laughter and strategy, or a modern fitness tracker encouraged daily movement with encouraging prompts and calm reminders. These elements contribute to your narrative, weaving joy and motivation into life's fabric without fanfare. In the deepening quiet, honor them as they arise and release them softly into the night. Your story might include brands tied to rites of passage, a first car model evoking independence, or a current journal brand supporting thoughtful evenings. Forgotten confectionaries could recall tastes of celebration, while present tea blends offer soothing rituals before bed. This blend creates a tapestry unique to you, rich with sensory details and emotional resonance. As the mind wanders freely now, let these reflections blend into dreams, unforced and serene. The gentle question lingers like a whisper. What American brand, overlooked or cherished, has shaped corners of your life in ways small yet profound? If awake enough to share in comments below, your story might inspire others in their own quiet ponderings. Yet here, in this moment, there is only peace in reflection, no obligation beyond allowing thoughts to drift. Brands have touched us all in subtle ways, building personal identities alongside the national one. Rest now, carrying these soft echoes into sleep. As our journey through these iconic legacies draws to its natural close, take a moment to feel the profound yet gentle contrast between the past's bustling innovations and the deep comfort of your present surroundings. The brands we explored wove aspiration and unity into America's story, yet tonight they serve as a soothing backdrop, inviting you to release the day and embrace rest. Imagine the world outside quieting, all journeys paused in this safe harbor of now, where breath slows and thoughts soften into stillness. Whatever brand stories surfaced for you, let them fade like distant lights on a horizon, leaving only tranquility. Sleep deeply now, cradled in the peace of timeless narratives, renewed for tomorrow. Good night.